Wyoming, enjoy.
College football on CBS Sports Network. Northern Illinois of the MAC visits Wyoming of the Mountain West. It's late night in Laramie, Wyoming, and we are ready finally for some college football. We've waited an hour and 43 minutes for this. The rain was coming down hard. Mother Nature was not in a compliant mood for football, but yet now it's dry, lightning gone, we're ready for football. Hi everyone, along with Adam Archuleta, a little later on Cassie McKinney, I'm Dwayne Ballin. Well, we're finally ready to play football. I know you're happy, I am. Intersectional matchup, first time these two teams have ever met.
And I think it's going to be a very interesting test for both of these football teams. Northern Illinois has been a winning program for some time now, and for the Wyoming Cowboys looking to make a major leap, well, this game serves as a terrific barometer on how far they've come from last year.
Northern Illinois lost their star quarterback Drew Hare last year because of an Achilles injury. 5 games he was out. They are very happy to have number 12 back.
Extremely happy and very excited. Remember, things were really progressing for Hare in this passing offense through the beginning part of last season, but things really unraveled after that injury. They went through 4 different quarterbacks. He has had a terrific offseason, and the expectation is with the healthy Drew Hare that this offense is ready for big things this year.
And Wyoming has a record-setting running back in number 5, Brian Hill.
A tremendous bright spot to an offense that really struggled last year here in the Mountain West. If there is one word to personify his running style, it is he is violent. Well, the key for the Cowboys, they know they have a star in Hill, but they must find a supporting cast to bring more balance to this offense.
We noted the weather earlier. Cassie, I cannot imagine that the coaches had game planned for this delay. We're having technical difficulties. We will check back in with Cassie in a moment. The weather has been an issue, and that's caused a couple of technical issues. We will be checking back in with Cassie in a moment. But we are finally, Adam, ready to play football. I am impressed that the crowd hung around the way it did.
You know what? That is probably the most impressive thing here. It's after 10 p.m. There was a big lightning storm. A lot of rain came down. Everybody was indoors, but as soon as it started to dry up, you saw all these Cowboys fans ready to see what version they're going to have this year.
Northern Illinois won the toss, elected to go on defense, so Wyoming will get the ball first as they begin what they hope will be an upward trajectory. This program 2-10 last year, and they have some offensive weapons back that they feel will make this a very different unit. Back to receive the kick for Wyoming. We are underway. And Wyoming will start at the 25-yard line. Both these teams have been waiting for this game, wanting to hit someone other than someone wearing a similar uniform, Adam. There's a flag on the play. Well, we are ready to play as Josh Allen, an errant flag. Josh Allen, number 17, in at quarterback for Wyoming. They have a lot of hope for him and his ability. Completes his first pass. Man is open, still on his feet. That's Jake Mulhart. Now time to look at our Chick-fil-A starting lineups. The quarterback, Josh Allen, we talked about him, Adam. They think he can do a lot.
Well, we got to see him 13 plays last season. And he is what Craig Bohl, the head coach, said is the most improved player on the football team. They need him to show up this season.
Now running over and through people, number 5, Brian Hill. There is a flag on the play. And they told us Allen, he's 6'5".
Holding offense, number 30. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Still first down.
Offensive holding that will negate the run by Hill. Still first down. we were talking about Allen, and he was the missing puzzle last year. He was injured in the second game, literally in the first quarter of the game. And Craig Bold says he does things that he's seen very few quarterbacks do.
Yeah, the one thing that you keep hearing is that he has an arm. And that's the thing that he brings to this table, that ability to make throws that a lot of quarterbacks simply can't make. Now, the key is, this is an aggressive, confident quarterback. He has to find balance between testing the secondary and also making great decisions and not turning the ball over.
1st and 20 from the 32. Quick flare out to Tana Gentry. Excellent recovery by Michael Allen. Offensive lineups for Wyoming. Whom are you watching along that line?
Well, there was one of the big questions for this coaching staff throughout camp was, how is this offensive line going to come together? And they frankly did not like the way they played in the spring. Too many pressures given up, and there's been a lot of shuffling. The one anchor they have, however, is their center, their senior, Chase Roulier. He is the guy that holds all of it together, and he's got a true freshman playing beside him.
2nd and 23 after the punt. Allen completes a pass across the middle. That is to Tana Gentry. They are happy to see him back in uniform.
Yeah, another one of their best players who missed a lot of time last year to injury, and he brings a speed element. Look at how he isolates inside right there on the linebacker. And you see an accurate pass by the quarterback.
15-yard pickup sets up 3rd and 8. Wyoming wanting to get something going in this opening drive of the 2016 season. Allen steps up. This time he's going to tuck it away and try and run, but he was caught from behind and run down by Renard Shurin. So that will bring on the punting unit.
You know, that's one thing they say when they talk about Allen is he is a big quarterback. He has the stature, he has the big arm, but also for a guy that's 6'5", he really has the ability to run, but a really good job by that Husky defense getting off the field, first series of the game.
Ethan Wood punting away to Shawan Lurie. He feels it and is corralled at the 19-yard line. Drew Hare set to bring the offensive unit out onto the field for Northern Illinois. And here are Chick-fil-A starting lineups offensively for Northern Illinois, led by Hare.
Well, they sure are happy, Dwayne, to get him back in the lineup. And the one thing they talked about was the fact that he had to sit out, he had to recover, and they really felt like his time coaching up everybody else gave him a new perspective on this offense.
First carry to Joel Boigneau, but he is stopped by DJ May immediately, and defensive coordinator Steve Standard has to like that for Wyoming. That's one thing we talked about, how this defense, which is undersized, would match up against Northern Illinois. 2nd and 11. Boigneau in space and is tracked down, and early on, Wyoming's defense is really playing. That was Kevin Prosser. Starting lineups for Northern Illinois, our Chick-fil-A lineups. Big receiver.
Good-looking specimen outside, Kenny Galladay, is going to test this Wyoming secondary. It's going to be a challenge to see how Wyoming chooses to play him because he is deadly.
On 3rd and 12, that's a first down completion to Mr. Galladay. You will hear a lot about him. He had a breakout season last year, and he's poised to really do some special things this year.
Yeah, he is big, he's long. Here, he plays outside, but you see them move him around a little bit, put him in the slot, try and get him matched up on a safety or an underneath linebacker to get the ball in his hands.
Hare sets up quickly, releases it, has a man. It's Galladay again. Chick-fil-A starting lineups for the defensive unit, led by an All-America, a freshman All-America.
Now, this defense, they struggled last year. They played a lot of freshmen, but one of the bright spots as a freshman was Andrew Wingard. This is a terrific strong safety. He is extremely aggressive, and that's a guy that you could plan on being all over the field here tonight.
Hare tucks it away and runs, gets to the 40-yard line. I would imagine that Rod Carey, the head coach of Northern Illinois, braced himself a bit when he decided to run. There's Carey in his 4th year. 31-12 so far. 3rd and 1. And Buonio is stopped by a spirited Cowboy defense. Leading the charge, Garrett Gardner and Andrew Wingard.
A beautiful one-on-one tackle right here. Andrew Wingard, the free safety, coming inside, down in the box. He hits Buonio, who is a powerful runner, and that is a beautiful form tackle for a strong safety up inside the line of scrimmage.
That will bring on Jake Ambrose to punt. Flags fly, whistles blow. Wyoming fans are not happy. Let's listen and see what happened.
That's Carl Granderson, the defensive end for Wyoming. Clearly, you hear the whistle was blown, and he just flat out runs into the punter. I mean, that's that one right there, Dwayne. That's a no-brainer.
Craig Vole looking on, and the interesting thing about Granderson, they told us earlier in the week in conversations that he has a very high motor. He brings a lot of energy. He really wants to get after someone. But along with that comes discipline.
Well,
There are multiple fouls on the play, one by each
You
team.
got your defense off the field, and you have to have better
False start.
awareness. You just can't.
Offense. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced. Dead ball, personal foul, correction. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct foul, number 91, defense. That's a 15-yard penalty and results in an automatic first down. This is number 91's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
So Carl Granderson, that energy just cost him a trip back onto the field when they were ready to leave the field and get the ball back. And it's an automatic first down for Northern Illinois.
Yeah, not a smart play. You just can't put your football team in that position. And regardless, even if the whistle hadn't blown, you can't run. There is, at no time can you run into the punter. Not quite sure what number 91 was thinking.
So Drew Hare leads the offensive unit back out for Northern Illinois. He has 4 wide receivers, 3 split wide to the right. Quick handoff to Turner, who can do a lot of things, and they told us that they will use him a lot. Argales Turner, who is a speed merchant and is the reigning MAC Special Teams Player of the Year, very fast kickoff returner.
Now, he's kind of got that X-factor profile on offense, but one thing, Marcus Epps, the other safety here for Wyoming, came up and made a terrific play getting to Turner in the backfield.
Completion, but not for much. Have to give it to Wyoming's defensive unit right now. They are playing some football.
Yeah, and one thing that when we talked to this staff is they said that we wanted to recruit speed. And last year we're starting to get more athletes with speed. There you saw DJ May, a former running back, in a one-on-one open field tackle, walk down the wide receiver. And they just have to play a disciplined brand of football.
Hare 4 for 4 so far, looking for his 5th completion, and he has it. Far sideline, Kenny Galladay. Hare now 5 for 5, and Galladay has been his main target.
This is going to be the key matchup tonight here in the passing game. Who is able to match up and play Kenny Galladay in one-on-one? So far, he is proven to be the winner, but that is going to be something that they're going to have to solve. Somebody to get out there and compete with number 19.
10-yard pickup sets up another first down. Going deep for it all. Caught by Galladay, flag on the play. Probably going to be interference. And Wyoming is already having problems defending 19, all 6'5" of them.
Yeah, we just talked about it. The previous play was Rico Gafford, the junior college transfer, who won the starting job, and you certainly don't want to see Kenny Galladay on the ground with an injury.
Pass interference. Defense, number 21. That foul is declined. Result of the play is a touchdown.
So Antonio Hull called for the interference.
Timeout for an injury.
But it's a touchdown. Galladay is on the field hurt.
Well, a terrific catch. You see he comes down on there. Kind of lands on the right elbow. Maybe he lands on the football. Really hard to see exactly where the injury occurred. Really pretty good coverage out there by Antonio Hull. He tried to play the pocket, but you saw the strength in the hands of Galladay to just outfight him for the football.
You talk about an incident that can change the complexion of the outlook of a season. And they are looking at this play again. It's being reviewed, but it's a tough. Galladay is up. That's a great sight for Northern Illinois fans because this young man has the potential to be an All-America this year. 6'4", 6'5", 213-pound senior from Chicago, went to St. Rita High School. Jake Ambrose on for the extra point. Northern Illinois strikes first. Galladay, courtesy Hare.
Girl, I want to be with you all of the time.
$1,000 customer cash on select 2016 models. Ends September 5th. See your Lexus dealer.
Kenny Galladay's 39-yard touchdown reception has Northern Illinois up 7-0. Cassie McKinney is down on the sideline. Cassie, this weather delay wreaked havoc on the plans for both coaches.
Yeah, it sure did. I'm told this time of year, Wyoming doesn't see this much rain. They see quite a bit of snow, but not this much rain. I asked Coach Bull what he did in the locker room to keep his team loose. He said, there's not much you can do. We went over schemes. He said he also talked to his team about how mature teams don't get too hyped up in these types of delays and that they stay calm. And guys, I asked Coach how many cups of coffee he had in the locker room. He just said, oh, geez.
It sounds, Cassie, a lot like our buddy here, Adam Archuleta, who can't do without his coffee.
It's bedtime. I'm not going to lie. But you know what? I love football so much. I'm going to stay up just for you, Dwayne.
It's nice of you to do that. 39-yard reception by Kenny Galladay. Hare was so far 6 of 6, 72 yards. And Galladay, frankly, Adam, you are an old defensive back. At 6'5", 213, he's not easy to cover at all.
Not at all. That's why the NFL loves the big wide receivers. You want a guy that you can throw it to when he's covered, because you know that he's going to be able to outfight the defensive back and come down with that football.
Christian Hagan's kickoff to DJ May. May lets it roll out, and Wyoming will take over at its 25-yard line, trailing 7-0. 8:03 remaining in the first quarter here at War Memorial Stadium in Laramie, Wyoming. Mountain West versus MAC on CBS Sports Network. Wyoming's offense features Josh Allen, we noted earlier. Big arm, big potential, but frankly, we're really seeing him for the first time because he played basically a series last year before getting hurt. That's Tanner Gentry in motion. Play action, rolling right. Has a man in space, has a receiver. That's Mulhert. And that's a first down for Wyoming. Mikhail Allen there defensively for Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois lineup, Chick-fil-A lineup here. Adam, what strikes you there?
Well, this is a high-quality defense here in the MAC. And Shawan Lurie, the diminutive 5'8" cornerback, is possibly one of the more competitive cornerbacks that you're going to see in college football. He had 9 interceptions a season ago, led all defensive backs in the FBS. He is a lot of fun to watch.
And he is regarded by...
7:50 on the clock, please.
They are readjusting the clock, the time clock. Back to Lurie. He is regarded by everyone as the best player, frankly, in the match.
Thank you.
And he burst onto the scene last year. Didn't start last year, but boy, did he come on with the numbers he put up.
And I can't wait to see, are they going to test him? You know, are they going to throw at him, or are they going to go to the other side of the field and attack Albert Smalls, the other starting cornerback?
Lurie with 9 interceptions last year. Allen, time to throw. This one is picked off. There's a flag on the play. And guess who? Bernard Shuren with the pickoff, but there is a flag on the play. It might be against Northern Illinois. It will bring it back, give Wyoming another shot.
Holding. Defense, number 19. The foul occurred prior to the interception. Results in an automatic first down.
Here's a look at that holding penalty.
Yeah, you're going to see the penalty. They called it on Lurie, and that wasn't even the receiver that Allen was going to. So Wyoming gets extremely lucky. The holding is right here. And you see Allen, I'm not really sure exactly where he was throwing the ball. That was a terrible mistake, but he got bailed out.
Here's Brian Hill from the 48. Running wide to the right, picking up 4.
You know, Dwayne, going back to Allen, and that's the one thing they said. You know, he's been terrific. He has all the tools. The key is going to be decision making. And right there, you saw he had all the time in the world. The offensive line built him a tremendous pocket. And he knows he should not have thrown that football. He's got to find a way to check that ball down, get it out of his hands, but he cannot make almost a game-changing interception.
2nd and 6. Allen throws again. This one nearly picked off by Lurie. That's just what we were speaking of, we were talking about. And Craig Bowles said it. You know, he takes liberties, but he has so much talent that I guess they look the other way.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, you saw number 19 right there just shoot out of his break. He read it perfectly. He read the 3-step drop. Almost is able to get another interception. Might want to go to the other side of the field, I think, if you're Allen.
3rd and 6. Allen looking up top to throw it. Misses his intended receiver. Defending on the play was Brandon Mays. So that will send Wyoming back to the sideline.
And that was really good coverage by Brandon Mays. You're going to see him at the top of the screen right there. He doesn't even get out of his back pedal. He's saying, I don't respect your speed. I don't think you're going to run by me. And he is all over that receiver. Good coverage here for the secondary for the Husky defense.
Ethan Wood comes on for the punt. And it takes a Wyoming bounce. Nice job by the young senior on the Ray Guy watch list. Northern Illinois ball with a lot of ground to cover when we return.
There's no one road out there. No one surface. No one speed. No one way of driving on each and every road. But there is one car that can conquer them all. The Mercedes-Benz C-Class. 5 driving modes let you customize the steering, shift points, and suspension to fit the mood you're in and the road you're on. The 2016 C-Class, starting at $38,950. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
And then from this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore. And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy, and giving up impossible.
And then we're going to turn the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
What's your reaction? Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
This is their world.
got. Go ahead, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
This week on the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series, the defending Pro 4 champion Kyle LeDuc is on a rampage, steadily inching closer and closer to points leader Carl Rennesetter. Will LeDuc be able to pull off the miracle comeback of the year in Pro Buggy? Although both Garrett George and Mike Valentine had terrible results in round 8, they are still first and second in the class. It happens here at the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series, tomorrow on CBS Sports Network.
Northern Illinois leading Wyoming 7-0 on CBS Sports Network. Let's take a look at Andrew Wingard of Wyoming, who is driven to succeed, brought to you by Acura, freshman All-America, the first freshman in Wyoming history with over 100 tackles in the season. And as an old safety, and I'm sure, Adam, you can appreciate this man.
I sure can, and he fits the profile of what they're trying to recruit here. He has a track background in high school. He played running back, actually came here as a running back. He's a true freshman, 122 tackles, but I'm sure that the coaching staff would prefer the number of tackles go way down. They need more people in that front 7 making the stop, but no question, he is a terrific ball player.
He and his teammates have Northern Illinois pinned deep in its own territory, courtesy that 41-yard punt.
Good hard-nosed run up inside there by Jordan Huff. And I think any question, Dwayne, if Hare was rusty on that last drive, no indication. And you can see he's looking to find number 19.
2nd and 3, and Northern Illinois keeps it on the ground. Robert Priester on the stop. Jordan Huff once again got the call.
Yeah, I would expect that, they came out on that first series and they threw the ball quite a bit, but I would expect them to use their size to their advantage and start to try and wear down this Cowboy defense with their running game.
3rd and 1. And Huff was close. Marcus Epps was there quickly for Wyoming. He does get enough for the first down.
It's going to be a big, big question mark here on how Wyoming chooses to attack this defense or this offense. Are they going to try and stand toe-to-toe, or will they use a little movement and try and catch them off balance in the run game?
Well, Hare was looking for Galladay there, defended nicely by Robert Priester. That's his first incomplete of the game. Hare, 6 of 7, 72 yards for the leadership and management major. He already has a degree in that in graduate studies now. He has his team at 2nd and 10, rolling to his right, running out of territory, and is tracked down and put down by Lucas Walker, senior linebacker from Texarkana.
He is a dual threat quarterback, and last year he had about 245, 246 all-purpose yards per game. And you talk to Rod Carey and he says, look, we know that he can run the ball, but the key is he's got to be healthy. And so it's going to be interesting to see how much on the quarterback designed running game they use him in. That's a big part of their offense, but he got to find a way to keep him healthy this entire season.
Northern Illinois 3 for 4 so far on 3rd downs. Flags fly, encroachment, offsides, both teams pointing at each other.
Snap, false start, offense, number 73. 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
That's on Matt Sharping, sophomore, right tackle for Northern Illinois, moving a little too much early on.
Well, they called number 74, but clearly it was Sharping, number 73, the right tackle, who was moving early.
So that brings up 3rd and 12 for Northern Illinois. The Huskies struck first with a 39-yard touchdown from Hare to Kenny Galladay. 5:15 remaining in the first quarter here at War Memorial Stadium in Laramie, Wyoming. Hare under pressure, and you can hear the crowd. They love this defensive effort by the Cowboys.
Exactly what they're looking for. Last year, only 10 sacks on the season. You get a terrific inside move by Carl Granderson to put the pressure on Hare and make him get rid of that ball, but that's one thing they have to drastically improve this season, Dwayne. That defense, especially in obvious passing situations, has to find ways to disrupt the quarterback. That was perfect.
Johanna Gaffon was helping him under pressure, and now back in his own end zone to punt is Jake Ambrose. He gets it away. And this is Austin Conway on the return back to midfield. Liddell Fleming on the tackle. But the Cowboys have an opportunity when we return.
Every time you watch the PPR, you see a little bit more. Color your weekend with the toughest sport on dirt. Tomorrow at 8 on CBS Sports Network.
Is your lunch break a race against the clock? You run here, you run there, until everything comes to a screeching halt. Tick, tick, tick. Now is the time for a 5-hour energy protein shot. 21 grams of protein, the energy you need for the rest of your day, and 100 little calories. It's not lunch. It's energy and protein, and a lot faster than fast food. 5-hour energy protein shots. Energy, protein, 100 calories.
What happens when a classic Philly sandwich meets the DQ oven? You get fire-roasted, steak-loaded, oven-hot, basil cheese focaccia Philly fandom. DQ Bakes new artisan-style Philly, hot and melty on basil cheese focaccia bread. Only at your DQ.
With this level of engineering, it's a performance machine. With this degree of intelligence, it's a supercomputer. With this grade of protection, it's a fortress. And with this standard of luxury, it's an oasis. Introducing the completely redesigned E-Class. It's everything you need it to be, and more. Mercedes.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. By Icy Hot Smart Relief Tens Therapy. Turn off pain. And by Verizon. Join a better network, because better matters.
War Memorial Stadium is at the highest elevation in FBS at 7,220 feet above sea level. That's where Craig Bowl and his team operate. Wyoming in the 67th season here at War Memorial, built in 1950, the oldest stadium in the Mountain West. And the Cowboys have the ball at the 48-yard line, just inside Northern Illinois territory. Josh Allen and his teammates trailing 7-0, 2 men in motion. And Allen's already showed us that he is not shy about throwing the ball. This time the handoff is to Mike Deshaun Witt, who is tracked down in the backfield and quickly stopped. Leading the way was Bobby Jones IV for Northern Illinois. Witt is a running back who missed most of last season with a concussion injury.
Yeah, we've only seen so far in this game one carry from Brian Hill, their superstar running back. They came out in the first 2 series, threw the ball 6 times, haven't really been able to get a little anything going on offense, but I really think as this game goes on, they're going to have to start introducing that running game a little bit to try and keep their defense off the field.
On second down, it's Witt, and he turned the corner. And a senior from Oxnard, California, picks up yardage.
Exactly, Dwayne, what they want to see from number 21. He gets a really good block from his right guard, Caden Jackson, but that's good vision. Playing off your blocks, making something happen, getting up into that secondary, and that's the production that they want. If Witt can get back to his form from a couple of years ago, they're going to have a pretty lethal 1-2 punch when he combines with Brian Hill.
He entered the game as the 9th all-time leading rusher at Wyoming, and Hill the 5th. On 3rd and 3, it's his backfield mate Hill powering his way and taking the Huskies defensive unit with him. That's what you talked about early on, Adam. He can hurt you when he runs.
You better get your pads low. Now, we already talked about the fact that not too many are going to be able to bring him down one-on-one. You've got to get multiple hats for the ball, but look at, he's got the leverage right there. He is the low man, and you see what defines his running style is that beautiful leg churn. Those legs never stop churning after contact.
And that 9-yard run sets up first down and 10 at the 33-yard line. Allen rolling right. And a flag is out. His intended receiver appeared to be Gentry.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Shawan Lurie with a pass interference, a shove in the back.
Now, you're a defensive back, but what do you think? Is this legitimate?
Big question. Is it incidental contact, or did he actually use his hands to shove him in the back?
Holding. Defense, number 8. It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Results in an automatic first down.
That's on Liddell Fleming. So that sets up Wyoming with a first down at the 23-yard line. Cowboys looking to tie the score with 3:17 remaining in the first quarter. There's Hill over the right side, still moving those legs.
I tell you, Dwayne, I got to go back to that last call. I'm not really sure. I know Lurie was involved with pushing Gentry in the back. They called it on Liddell Fleming. Not quite sure exactly what I saw right there, exactly what the officials saw in that play.
Well, the penalties so far are mounting up for Northern Illinois. 4 for 30 yards. Nothing doing in the middle there for Wyoming as Hill tried to make something happen. Northern Illinois. You know, Northern Illinois, the middle of that interior defensive line has to really play well for them. Rod Carey told us that's essential for them to be successful.
Yeah, here's the play in question, and that's Lurie. And you see just a little tiny grab, calling it pretty fine, but still, I guess, to the letter of the law, that is pass interference. Didn't quite see Liddell Fleming on how he impacted that play.
Allen set to throw, steps up, will run with it, still on his feet. That's a first down, and the Cowboys are looking at first and goal. Late in the first. Albert Smalls finally makes the tackle.
Exactly what they want to see from Allen. It's not there. He makes a quick decision. Doesn't try and force it downfield. He sees they're in man-to-man coverage. The defense has their back to him, and he uses his legs to get that much-needed yardage, picking up that first down.
First and goal from the 8. It's Hill, right side. There was a marker out in the backfield. Tonight's Red Zone is being brought to you by Verizon.
Holding. Offense, number 59. It's a 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
It's Ryan Cummings, the right tackle. You can see he clearly got up to the next level and just grabbed, I believe. No, that wasn't the linebacker. He just put his hands around Mario Jones. You see number 59 right here. And you're going to watch him as he just hooks the defensive tackle. You see the right arm right there, pulls him down to the ground. Easy spot by the officiating crew.
So that's first and goal from the 18. Allen pumps, overthrows Gentry. He is not shy about putting the ball in the air.
Well, you see so far tonight, both teams having some problems with mistakes. You saw Wyoming, he basically gave the Huskies an extra opportunity with Carl Granderson running into the punter, and then you see a pass interference allowing Wyoming to get down there. They get pushed back by a holding, and that's what Rod Carey said when we talked to him about the first game. The first few games are usually dictated by who makes the least amount of mistakes.
Allen steps up again to run, eludes one tackler, and is run out of bounds by Lurie. And Renard Shurin. That's an impressive stiff arm.
Good job protecting yourself.
Ball at the 18. 3rd and goal for the Wyoming Cowboys. Allen, time to throw. Overthrows Gentry. Defensively, Albert Smalls was there, but a marker is down. And that's going to be on Smalls, who cannot believe it. Boy, the penalties are mounting up for Northern Illinois, and we are not done with the first quarter.
Yeah, 2 interference calls. The question is right out of the break. It's kind of tough to see right there at this angle. Maybe we get it right here. But coming out of the break, does Smalls grab the jersey and the right shoulder of Gentry?
There is no
if he
foul for
does, then
defensive
that's pass interference.
Well, Smalls clearly doesn't think he did. Well, now they're saying it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it was close. You know, like I said, it's hard to see from our angle. Did he in fact grab that left or that right shoulder? But I'm kind of glad to see the officiating crew pick up that flag.
So that brings on true freshman Cooper Roth to attempt a 35-yarder, and no one's happier than Craig Bowl is to see this young man wearing a Cowboys uniform, and it's good because last year Coach Bowl said their kicking game was, in a word, terrible. Cooper Roth puts him on the board. Wyoming up 7-3. Northern Illinois, check that.
What happens when snacks meet the DQ oven? You get bacon loaded, oven melty, queso dipped, first ever oven hot snack menu. The new DQ Baked snack menu with oven hot snacks under $2, only at your DQ.
Around the world, around the clock.
Fast. Allegra gel caps. Not just fast, Allegra fast. Guaranteed or your money back.
Northern Illinois leading Wyoming 7-3. Let's take a look at the icy hot injury report for Northern Illinois. Someone who is not here, Chad Beebe. Adam, he has quite the pedigree too. He's had some injuries at Northern Illinois, but that's a famous football name.
That sure is. And, you know, that's one thing that Rod Carey talked about ad nauseum. He said, if we want to be at the top of the MAC and we want to win a championship, the more and more that I coach, it comes down to being healthy. We have to be able to have our guys throughout the season. Now, he said that coming into this year, they have some good health. Obviously, Beebe was going to be a big part of this offense. He's not here, but by and large, they're entering the season at full strength.
Chad's father, Don Beebe, played, of course, in 6 Super Bowls, the Giants and the Bills. And we're sure Chad is watching this, cheering his teammates on. Wyoming, courtesy a 35-yard field goal by Cooper Roth, is on the board as Roth kicks it away. And keep your eye on Argosy Turner for Northern Illinois. They do not, the Cowboys do not want him touching the ball on the kickoff. He is electric. So Drew Hare is ready to bring his teammates back out onto the field. He's had, you know, Adam, he looks pretty good to me for a guy who had an Achilles injury.
Yeah, they came out first series and they threw it down the field. Now, they really had no choice. They were backed up in the start of their second series, so they had to run it out. They had a penalty, which kind of hurt them, put them in a 3rd and long situation. So it'll be interesting to see how they choose to attack here in their 3rd series of the game. But really, you know, he's targeted number 19, Galladay. Now, can he find other players in that offense to get the ball to? But I think you got to be happy with the way he's played so far.
Well, they like their tight end, Shane Wyman. They're going to try to find ways to get him involved. Buono stumbles up to the line of scrimmage and is stopped. Buono is an outstanding running back, 1,285 yards last year, second in the MAC. But so far, defensively, Steve Stannard's Wyoming Cowboys defensive unit has had the answer for him.
See a lot of movement and a lot of stunting inside, using their speed to their advantage against the big offensive line.
No pickup on the game. Hare on the move. Has a man wide open along his sidelines. That's Christian Blake still on his feet. And he is finally corralled at the 24-yard line by a host of Cowboys, but not before coming up with a big catch. The 6'1" junior from Fort Lauderdale hauls it in, a 51-yard play.
Well, what did Craig Bowl said? The number one thing for his defense is they needed to see a significant reduction in the explosive play. Wide open in the secondary, you can't have it. Really good job by Hare spotting the flaw in the defense and getting it out to his wide receiver for a big play.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score. Northern Illinois 7, Wyoming 3. You're watching the opening weekend of college football on CBS Sports Network.
The only pure all-star event in pro rodeo.
Directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
So we just saw a 51-yard catch and run from Drew Hare to Christian Blake, and this was just simply a lapse in coverage. This is a simple curl with a flat and up. And on this play, you have two defenders responsible for the two receivers, but both players get caught up right here and right there on one receiver, and then that allows Drew Hare to easily find Christian Blake wide open down the field. You just got to do a better job on the back end of keeping your eyes on your man and doing your job. You can't give away easy, explosive plays like that.
Hare, 7 of 9 in the first quarter, 123 yards and a touchdown. And he has the Huskies at the 24-yard line looking for more as we begin the second quarter here from Laramie, Wyoming. Along with Cassie McKinney, Adam Archuleta, our entire CBS Sports Network crew, I'm Dwayne Ballin. Huskies in white on the move. Buono has space, turns to the left, gets to the 10-yard line, but it may all come back. There is a marker down.
Holding offense number 71, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
That's Levon Myers, the preseason all-conference left tackle senior for Northern Illinois, making that mistake.
First of all, it was a terrific cut by Buono, and you see a hold right there. Easily you see Levon Myers take his player to the ground. You see Galladay right here. Little crackback block. Really good vision out there by Buono, but you clearly see that hold to bring it back.
Adam, that was not a hold by Myers. It was a takedown. And second down, it's Galladay. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. 34 yards. Rod Carey is finding different ways to get the ball into number 19's hands.
Yeah, this is, you got to give it to number 19. A really good play call. I like the play call right there by the new offensive coordinator, Mike Yurimovich. And there was absolutely zero pursuit from the interior of that Wyoming defense. That is an easy sprint for Galladay for the touchdown.
Christian Hagan on and misses the extra point. So it's a 10-point lead for Northern Illinois. Kenny Galladay is being very productive on this evening in Laramie. Jake Mulhart, one of the seniors, but right now it's the Huskies who are celebrating here in Wyoming.
Marco Polo, Marco Polo, Marco Polo, Marco Polo, Marco
Sì.
Marco Polo.
Scusa, ma io sono Marco Polo, ma...
Playing Marco Polo with Marco Polo? Surprising.
Ragazzini, io sono Marco Polo. Sì, sono qui.
What's not surprising? How much money Amanda and Keith saved by switching to Geico.
Ah, Polo. Polo.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Polo.
Daddy, can I play now?
I love you too, baby.
We get your passion. Visit a local Phillips 66, proud sponsor of the Mountain West Conference.
These are hands. They're not necessary to open the sliding doors on the all-new Chrysler Pacifica. You know, traverse also means wander, like your equipment is wandering down the driveway.
Current owners or lessees of FCA or competitive vehicles finance and get $2,000 total cash allowance on the all-new Chrysler Pacifica.
It's time to do what you love at Guitar Center's Labor Day Savings Event with a Casio digital piano for $299, this vocal mic for $29, or a Pioneer DJ controller for $9.99. Summer may end, but your music doesn't have to. Guitar Center's Labor Day Savings Event, in-store and online.
How fast are Allegra gel caps?
Party's moved outside fast.
What a nice surprise, fast.
For allergy symptoms, Allegra is the fastest non-drowsy relief you can buy.
I'm not missing the hayride, fast.
Allegra gel caps, not just fast, Allegra fast, guaranteed or your money.
Thursday Night Football is back, and it kicks off Thursday, September 15th on CBS and NFL Network. The New York Jets pay a visit to old coach Rex Ryan and the Buffalo Bills, both looking for primetime magic. Football starts here Thursday nights on CBS and NFL Network. Rex Ryan, he does know of what he speaks when he's going up against the Jets, doesn't he, Adam?
Oh, man, you just go back to last year. The Jets had such an opportunity, and they blew it. I'm sure
That's why Rex is smiling.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't regret that, does he?
No, he doesn't. Well, here in Laramie, Northern Illinois, courtesy a 24-yard run by Kenny Galladay, now has a 13-3 lead. That was a three-play, 75-yard drive. Christian Hagan's kickoff. Hesitated, then fielded by DJ May, who has some room to run. He's out over the 30. The sideline, and a game-saving tackle. A touchdown-saving tackle is made on the far sideline. DJ May injects a little electricity into this crowd.
Not bad for the linebacker, former running back. You know, Dwayne, usually when you hesitate in the end zone, bad things are going to happen. But give tremendous credit to that kickoff return team for sticking on their blocks, and DJ May showing what kind of speed that he has, giving his offense the ball right around midfield. Now they have to try and find a way to capitalize on this.
A 48-yard return for the communications major from Federal Way, Washington. They give it to Hill. He has room to run and run over defenders. He does. Out over the 40-yard line before Mikael Allen got in his way and stopped his progress.
Well, up inside, you certainly don't want to give Brian Hill the opportunity to accelerate through the line of scrimmage. That was a gaping hole over there on that right side. The offensive line really clearing the way for Hill. And you just love how he likes to finish his runs.
13-yard pickup for Hill, sets it up at the 39-yard line for Wyoming. They give it to him again. He is upended this time, doesn't get nearly as much. He's stopped by Brandon Mays.
You see how hard it is to bring him down one-on-one. But the difference between that play and the play before is somebody got to him in the line of scrimmage. So you have to find a way to slow him down. You cannot allow him to gain full speed and give him access to your safeties and your corners.
So he takes a break, and Sean Wick comes in to replace him. Pass was dropped, intended for Jake Mulhart. Defending on the play was Albert Smalls. And that sets up 3rd and 7. Hill seems to be handling his left arm gingerly there. Let's take a look here.
Oh, yeah, he takes a shot right there on that right elbow. Probably just a little sore. I don't think Brian Hill gets hurt.
37 for Wyoming, trailing 13-3. 13:02 remaining in the half. Allen under pressure, trying to get away from it. Throws it, but there is a flag down near where Jake Mulhart tried to make the catch. Albert Smalls is in the vicinity. And this may not be good for Northern Illinois. His referee, Kevin Hassel.
Holding, defense, number 20. That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
This one called on Mikhail Allen, a junior from Detroit. Rod Carey trying to argue his case on behalf of his defensive unit. That gives Wyoming a first down at the 26-yard line. Man in motion has the ball. That's Austin Conway. And he works his way down inside the 5-yard line where he's stopped by Smalls. But Conway's an interesting story. He came to Wyoming as a basketball player, converted to football this year, and he can make things happen. That's what the coaches told us.
Well, you can see he's a special athlete. Look at this one-on-one, and he completely breaks down the defensive back. I'm not quite sure exactly, couldn't get a read for who was out there trying to cover him, but you see if you give him a chance in space, he can end up being a weapon in this offense.
That 22-yard pickup leads to first and goal from the 4-yard line. It's Hill, left side. He's stacked up. You know, what do you think of the job Wyoming's offensive line is doing? They've made some movement, moved some people around.
You know, Dwayne, I think they've done a pretty good job tonight. There hasn't been a lot of pressure on the quarterback. You know, Josh Allen has had some pretty good time in the pocket, and you've seen some pretty good running lanes in there for the quarterback. But right here inside the 5-yard line, this is offensive line country. This is where you really have to show what kind of line you're going to be inside here tight.
That group led by the senior Chase Roulier, and that's a touchdown right over the right side behind that offensive line. Brian Hill gets the Cowboys right back into it.
Well, the offensive line doing their job, but a crushing block up inside. Isolation from his fullback really is the thing that cleared the way for Hill to get into the end zone.
Cooper Roth on for the extra point with Nick Spore holding. And the freshman is true. So it's a 3-point ball game. No one's happier than Sean Wick, his backfield teammate. Brian Hill draws the Cowboys to within 3 here at War Memorial. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network.
It's a golden opportunity to discover that in a Lexus SUV, there are no adverse conditions.
Blue sky, smiling at me.
Nothing but blue skies do I see.
Blue days, all of them gone.
For a limited time, get some of our best offers of the year at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Get up to $5,000 customer cash on select 2016 models. End September 5th. See your Lexus dealer.
Wyoming now within 3, trailing 13-10, courtesy Brian Hill and the great work by his offensive line as the Cowboys are climbing back into it here in the season opener for both teams, Northern Illinois and Wyoming. Here at War Memorial Stadium, Jonah Field, Hill 8 rushes for 33 yards so far. And the freshman Cooper Roth is set to kick off. Number 22, Argales Turner, is back, along with DJ Brown, number 10 for Northern Illinois. But Argales Turner, 22, is the one to watch. He's, as we noted, the special teams player of the year. And he says whenever an opponent scores, he feels he needs to get some electricity back for his teammates. So he likes to do something big on that kickoff. And he fields it at the 4-yard line. Breaks left. And makes his way down just over the 20-yard line. Cassie.
Yeah, guys, it's no surprise Kenny Golladay is having a good game. And you ask anybody on NIU's team why he's gotten so good, they say it's because every day in practice, Kenny goes up against Shawan Lurie. They said these guys battle every single day. They're so much fun to watch, and they make each other better. Now, there's a big size difference. Lurie's 5'8", Golladay is a 6'4" target. So, guys, it's been a battle out there on both sides of the ball for Wyoming.
Hey, Cassie, you know, the question is to Arch here is that, now, would you want to go against the #1 receiver every day in practice?
Well, no doubt. I mean, what are you there for? If you can't compete, you don't belong playing football, Dwayne.
Up couldn't hold on to the pass from Drew Hare. But and they say the battles are pretty intense. You would think that Golladay would have the advantage, but Lurie does not give anything.
Yeah, it's terrific competition. Now, remember now, when I went to the St. Louis Rams, I had to practice every day against the greatest show on turf. So I had to play against those guys. So, but you know what? It makes you a better player when you have to do it every single day in practice.
On second down. Jalen Ortiz comes up with the stop. And we're seeing more and more of Jordan Huff. So it's 3rd and 8. Drew Hare and the Huskies from the 22-yard line. Hare under a bit of pressure gets it away. Golladay did not get it. Defending on the play was Antonio Hall, the sophomore from Diamond Bar, California. One of the few times that Golladay and Hare did not connect so far.
Yeah, and when you bring a blitz on 3rd down, a delayed blitz, that means your cornerback has to win a one-on-one matchup against a receiver that's been killing you all day. And that's exactly the result that you want to get from your defense, rising to the challenge and getting them off the field.
So that brings Jake Ambrose back on to punt, a senior from Newport Beach, California. Transfer from Orange Coast Junior College. And that's Austin Conway back at his own 40-yard line awaiting the punt. And Conway, defensive coordinator Steve Stannard told us, and the offensive coordinator Brent Vagan told us that we are going to find a way to get Conway the ball. He is just so exciting. And remember, he was not playing football last year. He hadn't played since high school. He feels the punt back, will run it, tries to get a lane, reverses field, but this time is caught. Alex Schwab on the tackle. Coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report, Brett and Christian with scores and highlights from around the country. Recap of the opening weekend in college football. Some very interesting things occurred on this opening weekend, Adam.
It was an exciting day watching football today. You know, there's a lot of good things here on the screen. The one that really stood out to me, and I know talking to you, Dwayne, was that Houston at Oklahoma game. And just watching that, I thought they outplayed them in every single facet. They were bigger. Well, they may not have been bigger, but they were faster and they were more physical. That was a great start for that Houston football team.
And how about South Alabama beating Mississippi State? First time ever that USA, as they are known in Alabama, have ever beaten an SEC team. Brian Hill on the carry. Matter of fact, this has not been the greatest of opening weekends for the vaunted Southeastern Conference.
No, it hasn't, but they did thump USC today, so that's, I guess, one good thing. But I guess you always count on Alabama being near the top. But an ugly opening weekend here for the SEC. But I guess, what does that say about the Pac-12? Because they got beat by 2 SEC teams today. UCLA getting beat by Texas A&M, and then you saw what happened with USC.
Josh Allen handles a bobbled handoff, picks up a couple of yards. It could have been disaster for Wyoming. Give him 4 yards on the pickup.
It just looked like Allen wasn't quite sure what he wanted to do with this handoff. Just left it in the belly of Brian Hill a little bit too long, a lapse in concentration, and very fortunate that he was able to get that ball back.
Sean Folliard leading the tackle. It's now 3rd and 6 from the 20-yard line for Wyoming, trailing 13-10, 5 on the play clock. Allen short sets, gets it across the middle to Tanner Gentry for a first down. And the Cowboy fans are so happy to see number 4 back in uniform. He was injured last year, shoulder injury. He was having a great year. He has all conference potential.
Yeah, and he gets the inside position right there on Shawan Lurie. And that gives Allen easy access, an easy throw up inside. It's very evident this is going to be a man-to-man football game. They believe they match up extremely well with these wide receivers. Wyoming's going to have to get separation if they want to get room in the passing game.
Hill continues his hard-nosed running style. Brandon Mays there on the tackle. Hill seems to be one of those running backs who thrives on contact. The more, the better, the stronger he seems to get. 2nd and 5. Ball at the 34-yard line. We're inside of 9 minutes remaining in the half. Wyoming with the ball. Josh Allen steps up, decides to run, has plenty of room, has the first down, still on his feet, making moves, gets inside Northern Illinois territory. A 25-yard run by the never shy redshirt sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, big-time pocket awareness right there for Allen. Ben Leroy, the defensive tackle, just bull rushed the left guard. Allen senses that pressure, steps up and climbs inside the pocket, and not bad down the field, making defensive backs miss.
Ball at the 41-yard line. Man in motion is Gentry. And he got the call around the right side where Mikhail Allen finally found him.
There's that big run, big quarterback scramble by Josh Allen. He may have gotten a little bit of a hand out there by Tanner Gentry, getting the jersey of the blocker.
2nd and 2 from the 33. This is Sean Wick, left side, looking for room, trying to avoid number 31, but he could not as Anthony Brooks corralled him and brought him down.
You have to make one-on-one tackles. Safeties. Both of these defensive coordinators put a lot on their safeties' plates. They have to be extremely active in the running game. They ask them to make a lot of man-to-man coverage. And when teams want to attack that perimeter, you have to come up and make that play. Good tackle.
3rd and 2. Wyoming looking to tie or take the lead. That's Wick stacked up over the left side. He runs into a host of Huskies led by Shuren and Bobby Jones the fourth. Shuren pretty active so far, 6 foot, 214-pound redshirt sophomore. 4th and 1. What will Craig Bowl elect to do?
What comes after 4? Dwayne? 5?
5.
Yeah, he's going to give it to number 5.
Timeout on the field.
Timeout. Wyoming. That is their
Wyoming
first
and Craig
timeout of the
Bowl
half.
want to talk about it. 13-10, Northern Illinois leading.
You have a vision. It's behind everything you do. Even when you least expect it, it comes through. You know what you want, and we can help make it real. You need choices? We've got all kinds, including special finishes and papers. And they're all...
Back in Laramie, Wyoming with a 4th and 1, 6:04 remaining in the second quarter. Cowboys trail it 13-10 to Northern Illinois from the MAC. Last season, 4th down conversions, Wyoming 14 of 23.
Yeah, they run the ball here. I anticipate going at that right side. You have a true freshman, Gavin Rush, playing left guard.
They go right up the middle. Left side, as you just called it, partner. And that's a 1st down for Wyoming. I don't know if we can state enough how important this is for Wyoming and moving the ball.
It is. It's extremely important. And I think, you know, Craig Bowl talked about it. Last 2 years, they've been able to open up against FCS football teams. But this is a much different test. You're talking about a program that's been one of the most winningest programs across the country here as of late. Somebody that is accustomed to winning. They have a senior-laden football team. And so for him, this was a major test as they open up this season.
Sharon shaken up, coming off the field for Northern Illinois. You saw Craig Bowl. Bowl, 3rd year, 6-18 so far. You know, he had that tremendous run at North Dakota State where he won 3 straight national championships before coming here, and it has been a process in getting this program on the trajectory that he wants it. Allen, time to throw, looking over the top, has Mohart open, could not get it to him. Brandon Mays knocks it away.
Boy, he had it too. Mohart won his route, beat his defensive back to the outside. But it is terrific awareness for Brandon Mays to get back inside to the middle of the field and break up that pass. That was top-notch.
Mays, a redshirt junior from Aurora, Illinois. 2nd and 10. Back to the ground they go. And this time, it's Sean Wick who has stood up. Mikhail Allen leading the way defensively. But now what they also have, Wyoming does, Adam, they have this 1-2 punch with Wick and Brian Hill.
That's ideal, because as effective as Hill was last year, there's no question that there's nobody on that Wyoming offensive staff that wants to see him carry the ball more than 280 times this season. They have to have a complement.
And now it's Brian Hill right with the story, getting it over the right side. That brings up another 4th down. This time, Craig Bohl's going to send on his freshman kicker, Cooper Roth.
It feels a little bit more comfortable gaining some field position to ease the stress on his kicker.
1 for 1 so far. 39-yard attempt. Longmont, Colorado. 95% PATs as a high school player, and he is good. 2 for 2 for the day. And the reason why the fans are cheering so hard is because field goal kicking was an adventure here in Laramie. The Cowboys tied up thanks to the freshman. 13 all.
Swag is what you want to call it. That's what we got.
1, 2, 3. People that haven't played this sport don't quite understand what it's all about.
To see both of these two teams, seeing how Maryland is going to fare this season. A lot of interesting storylines here across college football. New coaches, new programs.
Easy win for the Terrapins today over Howard. Cooper Roth kicks it off. That's Jordan Huff taking the kick instead of Turner. And Huff gets out over the 30-yard line. So Drew Hare now comes back out onto the field with the score tied. 4:26 remaining before the half with Cassie McKinney, Adam Archuleta, our entire CBS Sports Network crew. I'm Dwayne Ballin. And has this gone about the way you thought it would go, or did you expect Northern Illinois, because of its size, to dominate?
You know, it's the first game of the season, as you know, you haven't had a chance to watch these guys and see how their new players are going to perform. So I'm not sure what I really expected coming into this game. I think so far offensively, it's been about big plays. And any time Northern Illinois has gotten big plays, they've been effective.
Hare has, we mentioned, coming back from the Achilles injury, he's looked pretty strong. Trying to Another jet sweep with Kenny Galladay, who scored earlier on that. Cassie, you have to be impressed with what Hare is doing down on the sideline.
Yeah, I am, and I think the rest of the team is too. I asked Coach Carey earlier this week how Drew changes the dynamic when he's back on the field and in the huddle. He said it's a confidence factor. The team knows he is in complete control. They also know he has led a team to a championship before. Coach also laughed, said it's a warm, fuzzy feeling when he's out there.
I'm not sure that's the feeling you want. Thanks, Cassie. Guanyo makes his way for a few yards. Rod Carey is very happy to have Drew Hare back. 3rd and 1. Carey keeps it and just makes it over for the first down. And when you see that, Adam, I can't help but think about the injury, the Achilles injury, and do you really want him tucking it away and running when you've got Guanyo in the backfield?
Well, I think, he brings that dynamic to the offense. So he has to be a threat to the defense, because if you stop that, then you're taking a part of his game that he does extremely well. I think you have to be smart, and you have to pick your spots on when you use it. But that is who he is, and I just don't believe in going out and playing scared. You got to go out to win, and that's certainly something he does well.
Ball on the 34-yard line. That's Guanyo out of the backfield. Room to run. First down. And he's finally knocked out by Wingard. 16-yard pickup.
Well, you've seen a few times here that the Wyoming has dropped a player in coverage. We saw it earlier downfield with Christian Blake. This time it was just simply a running back outside in the flat, and you allow him to catch and run the ball. You've got to do a better job of taking care of your responsibility on defense.
From the 42, Hare eluding pressure, makes it out over to the 40. Walker thought he had him. The senior, number 45, had a shot, but Hare definitely eluded him and was able to pick up positive yards. Walker, number 45, you may know that name. His brother Michael, National League Championship Series MVP in 2013, a pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals. Little brother, not a bad baseball player either in high school. Was a first baseman back in Texarkana. Guanyo grinding it out over the left side, where he was met once again by Walker.
Well, you can see the Huskies started out this drive with some tempo when they were back in their own territory. Remember, they get the ball here after halftime. So first and foremost, they'd like to pick up this first down, but they would like to be able to be the last team to touch the ball going in before halftime to get a chance to double up after the kick.
3rd and 8. Northern Illinois, 4 of 7 on 3rd down conversions so far. Galladay in motion. It's Guanyo left side. And he may not have gotten there. Walker there once again to greet him. Walker with 2nd on the team last year with 96 tackles. Math and science major. Co-captain of this team.
Well, interesting, Craig Bull deciding not to use his timeouts right here on 4th down and letting the clock run out. And now Rod Carey has a decision to make. Do you punt the ball, which I would, and try and pin Wyoming deep in their own territory and go down the field?
You would punt here.
I don't know if you go for it right here. You're giving Wyoming the ball at the 35-yard line. I don't know if that's worth the risk.
Rod Carey wants to talk about it, as he must have heard Adam talking.
Timeout. Northern Illinois. That is
There's
their
Huskies
first
picked 3rd in the MAC West this year, behind Western Michigan and Toledo. They played in the last 6 MAC championship games. They'd like to make it a 7th, I'm sure.
Honey, what are you doing?
Watching a cow.
Oh, what's it doing?
Impressions.
Power up your morning with a new 300-calorie egg white grill. Only at Chick-fil-A.
That's Christian Hagan, number 34, the field goal kicker for Northern Illinois. His longest is a 52-yarder last year against Toledo.
You know, this is interesting decision here because 52-yard field goal certainly comes with a lot of risk. Going for it here, giving Wyoming the ball on the 35-yard line is probably not the ideal either. You don't have a lot of room to punt. So what do? Do you line up? Do you pooch punt it? Do you let Hare take the snap from a shotgun formation and try and pooch it down there in the corner? Well, not a lot of great options here for Rod Carey.
But Hagan is the best kicker in the MAC. First team all conference. This would be 53 yards. This would be one better than his career. And we are in elevation right now. So the ball does funny things at 7,220 feet. So the holder is Jake Ambrose. Christian Hagan on for a career best 53-yard field goal. It's wide left. So, Adam, you're sounding like a very wise football mind right now.
Well, I don't know about that. You know, you can't play scared. I mean, you know, that's the decision. Is it worth giving them an extra 15 yards here right before halftime with 2 timeouts? They have had some success here in the last couple of drives. I think the key for Rod Carey's defense is no defensive holding, no pass interference, and make Wyoming earn this drive to put themselves in scoring position.
So Wyoming starts the 36 with 2 timeouts remaining, 51 seconds to go. Flag in the backfield. Exchanging pleasantries down on the field.
Holding, offense, number 61. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down.
That's Caden Jackson, a 6'2" sophomore from Kingfisher, Oklahoma, who started last year as a freshman at right guard.
You see number 61 right there.
That was one of those wrestling moves.
Well, there's a lot of that going on. I don't know if that's the technique that's being taught by these 2 football teams, but not the way you want to start it off. And I guess, I mean, shoot, if Rod Carey knew that this was going to be the way Wyoming started this drive,
the game
then what
clock
he did was a
operator, please
no-brainer.
reset the game clock to 40 seconds.
Kevin Hassel, our referee of this fine crew.
Correction, 48.
I wouldn't the clock back to 48 as opposed to the 40 that you saw on your screen.
I wouldn't expect, you know, especially with that penalty, I wouldn't expect right here the Cowboys to be too aggressive. You know, this isn't the field
you
position
just said
for
that, but Josh Allen is on the field, and everything we've been told about him is that he's a gunslinger.
Yeah, but you're right here. You have a chance to go in tied before halftime. You don't want anything catastrophic to happen to give the Huskies that kind of momentum.
Remember, Tanner Gentry's on the field, number 4.
48 seconds on the game clock, 48.
They still are getting the game clock situated. There's Gentry. We told you before his shoulder injury, he was one of the best receivers in the country, and he can stretch a defense. They keep it on the ground. Brian Hill picks up a couple before Mario Jones on the stop. So now it's 2nd and 16.
I think Rod Carey just going to go into halftime right here and know that he's going to get the ball back to start the 3rd quarter.
Hill, right side, has some room to run, is out of bounds with 1 second remaining in the second quarter. 13-yard run by the Doak Walker watch list and first team all-conference member.
Well, so now here, this is interesting because here you have a chance with Allen's arm. Now, it's still in your own field, your territory, but conceivably with big wide receivers, you could take a shot down the field, but obviously this is a smart play.
He's going to take a knee. Yeah, they're going to take a knee and get out of here for the first half with the tie. And that ends the first half, the second quarter. We are tied at 13. Northern Illinois came out and took the early lead. Josh Allen rallied Wyoming back. The Wyoming defensive unit has bent a bit, but not broken. Drew Hare has had a big half so far for Northern Illinois. Both quarterbacks look pretty good, but Hare has been exceptional. And Wyoming looking to get the season off to a win. 13-13, the Cowboys go into the locker room, and Cassie has Coach Bowl with her now.
Coach, your thoughts on the way Josh Allen has handled this first half?
Well, you know, for a young guy, he's really done some great things. He's got good mobility, strong arm. He did throw one pick we got back, but we're well pleased with how he's playing.
How do you find more of that balance you're looking for on offense?
Well, as the game goes along, a lot of times team change. We need to make sure that we start getting some movement in the line of scrimmage. We've got good running backs, but we're going to continue to throw the ball as well.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Cassie. That's the end of the first half with the score. Craig Bold, Wyoming Cowboys 13 and Northern Illinois 13. You're watching the opening weekend of college football on CBS Sports Network.
The Mountain West Football Championship, Saturday, December 3rd. Get your tickets and go.
It is after midnight in Laramie, Wyoming. Northern Illinois and the Cowboys tied 13-13. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network. Hi, everyone. Along with Adam Archuleta, Cassie McKinney, I'm Dwayne Ballin. Well, first half was very interesting. No one pulled away. Some good things on both offenses. Defenses bend a little.
Well, I think both teams were trying to feel themselves out a little bit. And I think if you look at Northern Illinois, they came out and the Hare to Galladay connection was hot to start the game. But as you go into this second half, I really think they need to pound on that defense a little bit, use that size advantage that you have, and chew up a little bit more clock in the running game. And I think for Wyoming, trying to feel out Josh Allen, trying to feel out that passing game. Northern Illinois is playing them extremely tight. You have to find a way to loosen up that secondary and challenge the deep part of the field.
Let's take a look at the second half highlights.
Well, as we spoke, early it was Drew Hare to Kenny Galladay, and they started out on fire here, connecting on a beautiful fade pass for their very first touchdown. And then they hand it off. He does it on the ground. A well-designed reverse. He virtually goes untouched for 34 yards. But you got to like the way the Wyoming Cowboys offense answered back. Brian Hill, with his signature physical style, he punches it in for their very first touchdown of the game. And here we go. It's all even at halftime. Both teams playing really tough.
Here are our Geico difference makers, the quarterbacks, both impacting the game in the first half.
Well, I think Drew Hare started off really crisp. He made great decisions. Again, had that early connection to his big play wide receiver, Kenny Galladay. And I think for Josh Allen, nothing special, but nothing terrible. I think it was just an okay start. They have to find a way to take advantage of that big arm, find a way to get separation, challenge these cornerbacks and defensive backs to get their rest of their offense a little bit of space to work with.
Cassie just spoke to Northern Illinois head coach Rod Carey. Cassie?
I did. I asked him what his message to the team was. First thing he said, stop shooting ourselves in the foot. Too many penalties. 6 for 50 yards is not going to cut it. He wants to see his offense down the field as much as possible. As far as Drew Hare, he's pretty pleased with the way he's performed so far. Happy with the big plays they've seen. Said we need to see more. He said right now it's about our defense and cleaning up those mistakes, guys.
Thanks, Cassie. Cooper Roth is set to kick it off. Gales Turner, number 22, is the man that Northern Illinois wants to get the ball. He feels it, fumbles it in the end zone, will take a knee, and Northern Illinois will begin the second half at the 25-yard line. Adam, this is an important opening drive, obviously. Tied at 13, but Northern Illinois needs to get that mojo it had in the first quarter back.
Yeah, I think so, and I referenced it just a few minutes ago. They have a big size advantage. They have a fairly veteran offensive line. They're much bigger than that Wyoming defense. And, half of their rushing yards so far today came 34 yards on a reverse to their wide receiver. So I would anticipate them trying to lean on this defense, wear them out a little bit as they start this third quarter.
We'll look for number 28, Joel Buonio, to get more carries. And there he is. That's Jordan Huff rather than Buonio, banging his way over the right side before he's stopped by Andrew Wingard, the safety coming up, the All-America strong safety to make the tackle.
You know, not to mention, Dwayne, the time of possession is heavily skewed in the Cowboys' favor. So I think the Huskies must find a way to stay on the field to give their defense a little bit of a rest.
On 2nd and 5, Wyoming defensive unit is not giving up. They are overmatched in size, but a lot of movement getting to the ball, a lot of energy from number 91, Carl Granderson, who had a boneheaded play, frankly, in the first half, but he's made a big difference for them out on the field.
Big thing that stands out, extremely active defense, and they've been pretty disruptive with a lot of their line games up front.
34 from the 31. Hare back to throw, has a man open and throws it behind Galladay. Andrew Wingard was trailing, defending, but Galladay was open.
He sure was, and his offensive line gave him plenty of protection. Did a really good job of picking up the extra pressure, and hey, when you got a guy running a crossing route, he beats the safety, Andrew Wingard. He puts that in his hands, and he'll easily be able to run for the first down. So a misfire for Drew Hare.
So Jake Ambrose standing on his 15-yard line to punt away to Austin Conway, a basketball player who has converted back to his high school football playing days. Conway calls for a fair catch at the 29-yard line, and that is where the Cowboys will take over, led by Josh Allen. It'll be interesting to see what Brent Vigen, the offensive coordinator, is dialing up for Josh Allen and his teammates in this second half. We've heard so much about Allen and what his capabilities are. You got the feeling that there's something they really want to hit and kind of open things up. Brian Hill, 57 yards rushing for the all-conference running back. Tanner Gentry in motion on first down. It's Hill. Turns the corner. Gets near first down before he's knocked out of bounds. 5-yard pickup.
And not very often you see a big, powerful runner like Hill have that speed to be able to hit the edge. Great block by his left guard, the freshman Gavin Rush. And it's his speed. He outruns the safety, Brandon Mays, hits the perimeter and gets a good run on first down.
He had 4 200-plus yard rushing games last season. Brandon Mays gets up. He was shaken up on the play. Brian Hill, as we noted, number 5, coming back from a single-season school record 1,631 yards and averaging 135 yards per game. Both were number 1 in the Mountain West and 8th nationally. 2nd and 5. It's Hill again. This time he's caught in the backfield. He was slowed up by Jamal Payton. And Bernard Sharon also got there. Payton is the leader of this defensive unit. He's the guy who's stepping up and is going to be the man to replace Boomer Mays, who is the MAC first team member. Payton is a guy who's waited 3 years to start. And they say he's like, yeah, Putton. When he says something, everyone listens. Third and 6. Allen gets it underneath to Josh Harshman. Traquan Smith was there defensively. And that's not enough for a first down. So on comes the punter, Ethan Wood.
Pretty conservative. They're running crossing routes, and that's designed to try and beat this tight man-to-man press coverage that the Huskies are playing on defense. But again, another example of little separation and these wide receivers really getting shut down.
Shawan Lurie backpedals, takes it at the 19, gets up to the 35 before he's tripped up. Tyree Mayfield on the tackle, Drew Hare and his teammates will come back after that 47-yard punt.
Every time you watch the PPR, you see a little bit more. Color your weekend with the toughest sport on dirt.
Wyoming Cowboys from 1982 to 84, a future 5-time Pro Bowler. He was an all-white player at Wyoming and was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 2008. What a great player. Earlier this evening at halftime, Wyoming honored his 1976 white championship team. Here the Cowboys on defense against Northern Illinois, tied at 13, 12-11 remaining in the third quarter. And Andrew Wingard, along with Logan Wilson, get to Drew Hare.
Yeah, quick read by Wingard. Carl Granderson is the first one to disrupt it up inside, and then Logan Wilson comes from the second level of the defense, and then Wingard coming from his safety spot there to clean everything up. Again, an example of this defense being extremely active up front.
Loss of 6. Incomplete pass. Hare looking for answers along the sideline. This Cowboy defense, give them credit.
And that's one thing that they knew they were going to come out tonight very enthusiastic. And the one thing that they said was, after last season playing so many young guys, finally this year they know what they're doing, so they can play much faster and play with more confidence and go out there and get those big plays and get pressure on the quarterback and cause turnovers.
Flag down, play is dead.
Ball starts. Offense, number 73. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
That's Max Sharping, 6'6", redshirt sophomore from Green Bay, calls for movement. This is not the direction that Rod Carey wanted his team going to begin the second half.
Not at all. You can see that the movement is starting to affect the offensive line here a little bit for the Huskies.
3rd and 21 from the 25. Hare steps up, delivers underneath, and that's Turner, who is a speed merchant.
No, I got to say, I thought coming into this game he would have been a little bit more of a factor here on offense for the Huskies. He is one of those special playmakers that can really hurt you, handing the ball off, kind of a gadget guy, but also surprised they haven't been able to find him mismatched on safeties and linebackers in the passing game.
Not enough for the first down, so Jake Ambrose comes on to kick away once again to Austin Conway. Conway standing back just shy of his 14-yard line. Low end over end kick. Conway elects to run right into a den of Huskies. When we return, the Cowboys, opportunity to get something going.
Let's go, Dr. Pepper, yeah? You know, as long as I've been in college football, there's been Dr. Pepper flowing through the stands.
Hey, man, dig this. I threw the first Hail Mary pass. Yeah, out of sight. Hey, fellas, I think there should be a college football playoff. Huh? Settle on the gridiron. You know, nothing goes better in the stands than Dr. Pepper, and I should...
We're tied at 13 on CBS Sports Network in Laramie, Wyoming. Wyoming and Northern Illinois. Time for our Phillips 66 Athlete of the Week. This Phillips 66 Athlete of the Week is Chase Roulier, who is a senior center for Wyoming, and he is an outstanding player. And Cassie, he's even more impressive off the field.
Yeah, just so well-rounded off the field. Has a 3.2 GPA in mechanical engineering. He also spends a lot of time doing community service, has been to Haiti twice, goes to help the family of Wyoming's former player, Ruben Narcisse, who was killed in a car crash in 2010. And guys, you put it all together, mixed with his unselfishness to move to center, really a shining example of the kind of person every coach wants on their team.
Impressive young man, and this is actually, unfortunately, the anniversary weekend of the death of Ruben Narcisse, Labor Day weekend in 2010. And there's Chase anchoring that offensive line. First down for he and his teammates. Josh Allen rolling right, has a man open out. Mulhart holds it in. They have been trying to connect all evening. He beat Mikhail Allen for a 45-yard pickup.
I got to tell you, I didn't think that he was going to be able to see him. He was rolling out to his right side, and you can see Mulhart gets dropped in coverage. You see the cornerback out there, comes up on the outcut. But kudos to Allen to spot him and get the ball downfield for a big play.
1st and 10 from the 31-yard line of Northern Illinois. Allen throwing a block for Gentry.
Yeah, nice job right there. You see Allen come back in with a cut block to seal off the edge for Gentry to try and get upfield. And big plays. They need big plays down the field. That has to be a bigger part of their offense this season.
Pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 23-yard line. This time it's Sean Wick, right side, has the first down and more, as Wyoming is suddenly dominating the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they sure are. Gets, again, a really good pull and block by the left guard, Gavin Rush, the freshman, again. And you see Wick, his vision tonight, I think, is the thing that stands out to me the most. Really doing a good job of reading his blocks and making the right cut.
6-yard pickup for Sean Wick. Missed those 8 games last season because of a concussion. 1st and 10. How about the Cowboys dialing up some misdirection and fooling the entire Northern Illinois defensive unit? Bring up 6 more. 17-yard play. They haven't had a lot to celebrate here over the last couple of years, so it feels really good.
Well, you can see Brett Began, the offensive coordinator, on this drive going to the play action bootleg passing to get Allen outside on the edge. And you see the arm that he has to fire that ball in there as Gentry is crossing the middle.
First touchdown of Josh Allen's career at Wyoming. They're taking another look to make sure this was indeed a catch. Hard to tell from that particular angle.
See, Michael Allen, the safety, his eyes are in the backfield. He loses Gentry, and I think Gentry easily secures that ball as he slides into the end zone.
Gentry, a 6'2" senior from Aurora, Colorado, Grandview High School, a kinesiology major.
Yeah, no question. Big plays. It's amazing what happens to you on offense when you can connect on big plays.
Cooper Roth gets the point after to go. And Wyoming leads at 2013 over Northern Illinois. 9:50 remaining in the 3rd quarter here in Laramie. Josh Allen, his first career touchdown pass as a Cowboy to the Gentry.
With this, the enemy has hit a bit of a wall. Mobile Strike. Download and play now, free from the App Store.
Wyoming leading Northern Illinois 2013, and it was Gentry and Allen. Andy?
Well, this is what play action pass does. It's hard play action, and you're going to see the safety right here with his eyes in the backfield. He's got coverage on Tanner Gentry, who's going to easily cross his face. And that's what they count on, that you're going to come up as a safety, not pay attention to your keys. You see number 4, the receiver right there, get inside position, and you see the rocket arm from Allen to fire that dart as he's sliding into the end zone.
Look at that, Adam, a difference that they have made on the field with Josh Allen. It's a different offense now.
It is, and not only that, but getting some pieces back, getting Gentry back, giving the defense a little something else that they have to account for.
And here is Turner, the reigning special teams player of the year, trying to find an open seam to get out.
On the kickoff return.
Chandler Garrett on the tackle.
You remember, Dwayne, we said coming out of halftime that somehow the Cowboy offense had to get the ball down the field. And you see when you start to hit those big plays, it puts the defense on their heels a little bit. A little lapse in coverage, and then you get an easy touchdown. So big plays, explosive plays, are a big part of any successful offense.
That 36-yard return by Turner sets up the Huskies 1st and 10. Hare was nailed as he let it go. It was caught by Christian Blake, who had a big reception in the first half. Logan Wilson there defensively.
That was DJ May, the linebacker, who has had a pretty good game here so far, who came in on the secondary contain and just drills Hare. But a good job by Hare standing in there and getting the ball out.
Pickup of 6, setting up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line. Northern Illinois now trailing 20-13. And that's Galladay on that jet sweep again. He gets out of bounds, picks up a 1st down. He scored in the first half from 24 yards out on that play.
Yeah, it worked earlier to the tune of a 34-yard touchdown run by Galladay. And again, you would think coming into this game that Turner would be the jet sweep guy and utilize his speed on the edge. But so far, Galladay has been the key guy.
Chase Appleby stops Jordan Huff. Second and 10. This is Huff. Room to run up the sideline. He is finally knocked out of bounds by Rico Gafford.
That is really a good run by Huff. You see all that penetration on the left side of that offensive line, but Carl Granderson, the defensive end, cannot keep the edge and allows Huff to get outside.
16-yard run gives Northern Illinois a 1st down. Here's Huff again, fighting his way up the middle. Picks up maybe 3 yards. Up as a junior from Mobile, Alabama. Getting a lot of work this evening. Second and 7. And the Cowboys defensive unit would have none of that. As Buonio came back in, he really hasn't had the type of evening so far, number 28, that we anticipate might.
A preseason All-MAC running back, and certainly figured to be a big focal part of this offense. But I got to tell you, up front they are having a hard time with the speed and the athletic ability of that smaller Wyoming Cowboy defensive front.
And you saw number 91, Granderson. He's a big reason. There's a completion to Galladay, and he's going to take it in. 27-yard touchdown play. Connection from Hare to Galladay.
Not what you want. This is a zone pressure. And Carl Granderson, you know, he's an athletic guy, but he drops in coverage, and he has the task of covering the best wide receiver on the Husky offense on a crossing route. That's just a mismatch. And credit Drew Hare spotting that mismatch, getting it out there in a big play.
Galladay 3 touchdowns in the game, 2 by air, 1 by land. Christian Hagan on for the extra point. And once again, we're tied 20-20. Kenny Galladay is enjoying this evening. Hare spotted him and watched the big receiver do the rest. Huskies tied up by a hair.
When I used to fail over and over trying to invent things, everyone said I was crazy. Then I invented.
How fast are Allegra gel caps?
Party's moved outside fast.
What a nice surprise, Fast.
For allergy symptoms, Allegra is the fastest non-drowsy relief you can buy.
I'm not missing the hayride fast.
Allegra gel caps, not just fast, Allegra fast, guaranteed or your money back.
Hare and Galladay connect on that touchdown to tie the score at 20. Adam, you saw it developing.
Yeah, it's just one of those tough things. It's hard to ask a defensive end. Here you see Carl Granderson standing up right here. He's going to be tasked with covering the best receiver on the Husky offense, Kenny Galladay, on a shallow crossing route across the field. He doesn't even have his eyes on him out of the snap. He's coming out of a three-point stance. Galladay easily runs away from him. They clear out on the other side, and that's just too easy.
Our scoring drive, 64 yards, 7 plays, 2 minutes, 47 seconds. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown of the evening, and he is definitely an impact player.
How do you like how he's put together?
Wow, 6'5", 213. When he first started playing college football, he was a lot smaller. We'll get into that in a moment. Here's the kickoff. DJ May fields it. May, he has a seam up the sideline. 1 man to beat, but there is a flag down back at the 30-yard line. So it may all be for naught. Let's wait and see.
I think they're going to get Josh Harshman, the tight end, on a hold. Number 33.
That would have been one heck of an answer for Craig Bowl.
During the return, holding, return team number 33. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
And I think when you see it, if we get a chance to see it here on replay, you're going to watch on the, tough to see right there. There you go. Here is number 33 right there. And you see the right arm hooking the kickoff cover player.
So that return by May is negated. Josh Allen and the Cowboys offensive unit will begin their work at the 20-yard line. 80 yards away for Craig Bowl from potentially tying it. He has to feel pretty good, though, about the way things are going despite that last mistake, because it was just really bad last year. They opened the season with 6 straight losses.
Yeah, but you know what? You don't play this game to just get better. You play this game to win. And their goal in this game, just like it is for the Huskies, is to come out of here with a victory.
Fighting his way over the right side is Brian Hill. He's met by Mario Jones and 2 other Huskies. Our Vistapent player profile, Sean Lurie, is the subject of our player profile, and he has had a remarkable career. 9 interceptions. Last season led the FBS, 273 interception return yards. First team All-America as a sophomore. All of this for a guy who did not start 2015 on the first unit. On 2nd and 8, Allen finds Gentry across the middle. That's a first down. Chains will move. Sean Bollier there defensively.
That's the 2nd time tonight they've gone to that exact route in that exact matchup. They did it earlier in the game in the first series, and it worked. And here again, a positive result.
Gentry takes a breather. Wyoming now, first down. And it's Hill fighting his way for yardage over the right side. Joe Sanders met him along with William Lee. 4-yard pickup. Look at Sanders, a junior from LaGrange, Georgia. Second and 6. Ball at the 38-yard line for Wyoming. Tied at 20. Allen has time to throw. And I don't know if the timing was off with Gentry. And there is a... but they could not connect. And there is a flag down on the play.
They're trying to get defense number 31. That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic
That's on
first down.
Anthony Brooks.
Yeah, they're trying to hit a double move on Brooks, and initially he doesn't buy it. He is in great position, but then at the very last moment, boy, I don't know. I don't know.
Is that a catchable ball?
Well, I don't know if it's whether it's catchable or not. I don't know if that was pass interference.
8 penalties for 65 yards for the Huskies so far this evening. Hill keeps those legs moving, as Adam mentioned earlier. His hallmark. Jamal Payton met him there, the senior linebacker, number 33, along with Brooks.
So here's the last play where they called pass interference. Well, you know, you can argue, Dwayne, was it catchable or not. I think the ball was in the vicinity of his hand. I don't think that was a problem. I just thought that was a very tight call by the officiating crew.
2nd and 3 from the 45. Anthony Brooks there defensively. C.J. Johnson hauls in pass.
I think when they whatever happens here in this game, if you're the defensive staff and you evaluate this for the Huskies, you got to find a way to stop with the interference. They've been hurt tonight the entire game by either defensive holding or defensive pass interference and giving the Cowboy offense too many extra opportunities.
7-yard pickup, set up a first down, and Brian Hill is still running. He seems to get stronger as the game moves on.
Yeah, he sure does. And right there, Jamal Payton, the big middle linebacker, has a chance to square him up right there in the hole. But a beautiful spin move on contact. And again, always falling forward as he hits that secondary.
19 carries for 80 yards for Hill, who's taking a breather. Sean Witt comes in to replace him. And Witt gets the call. He stopped initially at the line of scrimmage and will get no further. Sanders was the first man to greet him. And then Bobby Jones, the fourth.
Sean Witt, the ball carrier. Hit by Bobby Jones.
Jones, a junior from Miami Gardens, Florida. His father, Dad Robert, played at the U at Miami. 3rd and 3. Just under 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Northern Illinois and Wyoming tied at 20 here on the CBS Sports Network. Thanks for hanging out late with us. Allen gets it to Gentry, who makes a diving catch. That's a first down. And the Cowboys continue a march towards a potential touchdown, but there is a marker back at the 40, near the 40-yard line. We'll wait and see what the call is.
That's an awfully big cushion.
Personal foul. Illegal hands to the face. Defense, number 9. The penalty is half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
That is Joe Sanders. And you just talked about it, Adam. The mistakes they are making, especially with penalties.
Yeah, Joe Sanders coming off right here. You can see he gets his hand right under the face mask of the left tackle, Zach Wallace. But on the other side, I was just getting ready to say, boy, on 3rd and short, that's an awfully big cushion out there by the safety, Brandon Mays, especially when there's no underneath coverage to help out short.
Now it's 1st and goal from the 9 for Wyoming. Tied at 20. That's Gentry on that jet sweep, but he is tracked down and stopped by Shawan Lurie. Tonight's Red Zone is being brought to you by Verizon. 3 trips, 2 touchdowns, and 1 field goal.
You would think, Dwayne, they would have a little bit of an advantage here. You got Jake Malhart, who stands about 6'6", Tanner Gentry 6'2", but he can go up and high point the ball just as well. And you got Jacob Hollister, a guy that maybe we thought we were going to see a little bit more of. The big tight end, number 88, he's also 6'4".
Yes.
So there's a lot of height out there, and they have some pretty good matchup against the smaller secondaries.
Allen looking for Malhart. Albert Smalls was defending, and the flag comes out.
You can see he grabs a fistful. When you watch it on TV, it's not going to look like
Pass
much.
interference. Defense number 1. The foul occurred in the end zone. By rule, the ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
But he clearly, Dwayne, grabs a fistful of jersey on the right shoulder pad of Malhart right about the goal line. You see that fistful of jersey right there? That tug? It doesn't look like much, but that is pass interference. And they've got to do a better job of getting their hands off of the wide receiver downfield. That has killed them so far in this game defensively.
Timeout on the field. Rod Carey talking to Albert Smalls right now. 10 penalties for 86 yards.
It's really the story, one of these stories in the game. Now, Wyoming has done a pretty good job on some of their drives here tonight, but you can argue that a lot of their scoring drives were helped out by defensive holding or defensive pass interference calls.
Rod Carey talking to his troops, reminding them there is plenty left to play. We'll be back.
Are you tired of interacting with other people in the car? Well, thanks to the UConnect Theater, you don't have to.
Want to do all your video games right from here? Nope.
Current owners or lessees of FCA or competitive vehicles finance and get $2,000 total cash allowance on the all-new Chrysler Pacifica.
Wyoming Cowboy faithfuls have something to cheer about this season, it appears. Cowboys in Northern Illinois tied at 20. Folks staying up late with us. It is well past midnight here in Laramie. 1:43 remaining. We had a 1 hour 46-minute delay because of lightning and rain. But it has been worth it. Josh Allen, nice coming out party for him. He and the Cowboys, 1st and goal from the 2. The action, wide open in the back of the end zone was Jacob Hollister, the tight end, Adam, that you just spoke of.
Heavy play action. Got safeties once again, eyes in the backfield, and that one was extremely easy. I believe it was the safety, Michael Allen, who came up and bit on that play action, and Josh Allen hits the tight end for the touchdown.
Cooper Roth on for the extra point. Freshman makes good.
Once again, eyes in the backfield, and that one was extremely easy. I believe it was the safety, Michael Allen, who came up and bit on that play action, and Josh Allen hits the tight end for the touchdown.
Cooper Roth on for the extra point. Freshman makes good. And it's a 27-20 ball game. 1:39 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And Hollister, we knew that he would be a factor at some point.
It looks like now it's tough to say, you know, whose responsibility it was, but it looks like the reaction. Michael Allen comes up, and that's a drop in coverage, easy touchdown. Second time tonight, play action. Has fooled his secondary for a touchdown.
Hollister started his career at Nevada as a quarterback, converted to tight end in junior college, and now here he is. Josh Allen's feeling good. Hollister has a twin brother, by the way, Cody, who is a wide receiver at Arkansas. You talk about an athlete, 9 varsity letters in high school.
It's not bad.
That's Adam Archuleta territory.
I was going to say that's Dwayne Ballard territory.
10 plays, 80 yards on the drive, 5:24. Turner, number 22, will let it bounce back into the end zone out for a touchback. They will take over at the 25-yard line. Tuesday night at 8 Eastern, Olympic gold medalist Anthony Irvin is in studio, and Leslie Visser sits down with Rams great Jackie Slater and head coach Jeff Fisher to talk about the move to LA. We Need to Talk returns with the most distinguished panel of women in sports, only on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. When are they going to have you on there, Adam?
What are you trying to say?
You know, interesting people, right?
It's all women.
No, as a guest.
Oh, as a guest. Okay.
Aren't you one of the most interesting men in the world?
I'll let you say it.
Wagner stopped by Wingard. Physical safety quickly closes.
Yeah, pretty surprised tonight that the Husky offense hasn't been able to get more traction on the ground. And again, either credit Wyoming, the active defense, making one-on-one tackles, but that to me was a big storyline coming into this game to see if this defense, who really struggled last year stopping the run, could match up with a bigger, more physical offense.
Pick up just one for Guanyo on that run. 2nd and 9. Hare with time to throw, looking deep, looking for Galladay. Great defensive work by Antonio Ho, who was burned by Galladay earlier.
Well, we just talked about keeping your eyes on your man, and they tried to fool him. Heavy play action the other way with a throwback, but in great position right there, and more importantly, playing the football, going up, trying to become a receiver and getting it out of there.
So now it's 3rd and 9. You notice trips at the bottom of your screen. Hare in trouble, gets away, but is stopped by Walker, and the Cowboys defensive unit, which has been maligned over the last couple of years, is fired up.
Yeah, you can see the speed tonight. Carl Granderson gets the early penetration, number 99, with the inside stunt. You see Hare climb the pocket up inside, but the closing speed by the senior linebacker, Lewis Waka, to bring him down in the open field. And it is extremely evident that this is a fast, athletic, speedy defense, and they've done a pretty good job tonight against an offense that has a lot of experience and a lot of playmakers.
Jake Ambrose back to punt. Whoa! He got it away, but there is a flag on the play. There was contact. So Northern Illinois might have gotten a reprieve here on their offensive set. Looks like it was Joseph Parker, number 3, coming in on the left side.
That's the second time tonight.
We await word from referee Kevin Hassel. Penalties have come at some very consequential times in this game.
You can say it's mistakes. Both coaches said first game of the season, you don't know what you're going to get. You have to minimize mistakes. Wyoming, for Northern
Running
Illinois,
into the kicker.
pass interference.
Defense. That penalty will be added to the end of the return. First down.
So Wyoming will have the ball when we return. It's the end of the
We will
third
extend for
quarter
one untimed
with the
down.
score. Wyoming 27, Northern Illinois 20. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network.
It's the only pure all-star event in pro rodeo, featuring the sport's biggest stars, highest scores, and fastest times. This is as American as it gets. The PRCA Champions Challenge, tomorrow at 10:30 on CBS Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Hunter Ellis, and this is Atomic Beam USA, another bright idea from Bulbhead, the ultra-bright, tough-grade flashlight that features tactical technology used by U.S. Special Forces. This flashlight has a feeble 125 lux output. The Atomic Beam USA has up to 5,000 lux. That's 40 times more. We're gonna drop it hundreds of feet from this helicopter. It hits the tarmac, and it's still working. That's what I call a tough flashlight. Heavy downpours, mud puddles, even extreme temperatures are no match. You could spend over $100, or the Atomic Beam USA can be yours for just $19.99 with free lifetime guarantee. Order now, you can double it and get a second Atomic Beam USA. Just pay a separate fee, and we'll even ship them to you for free. Atomic Beam USA is just $19.99. Order now.
Call 1-800-825-2316 to get your Atomic Beam USA. Call now or go to atomicbeam.com. So call 1-800-825-2316. Deluxe version available. Order now.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're
The one thing I've learned about life is you can't get complacent. That's when your quality of work starts to slip. I look back on my career now and I'm very humbled, but I don't dwell on the past. I keep trying to better myself because there's always somebody there trying to knock you down.
Introducing BetAmerica.com, your new home for online wagering. Sign up today and get a $300 deposit bonus.
It's time to play the Bet America way.
Your voice communicates desire. It says who you are, or just for the fun of it, who you'd like to be. Make a connection on Live Links and let the fun begin. After all, the future of your night is in your hand. Who do you want to be tonight?
I use my new steel building as a workshop and a garage, and I love it.
And now you can get the steel building you've always wanted and save big. For a limited time, Future Steel, the world's leader in steel buildings, is selling off selected models at rock-bottom prices. Save $400, $900, $1,600, up to $2,000 on selected models during this limited time inventory sell-off. Simply call the number on your screen or visit us online for a free brochure and list of sell-off buildings. Call right now.
Score by quarter as we begin the fourth quarter. Wyoming, 2 touchdowns in that third quarter to Northern Illinois 1, and the Cowboys have a 7-point lead. Cassie, I would imagine not only the band, but the players are pretty excited.
So much life injected into this team and into this crowd. Josh Allen has been running up and down the sidelines, yelling to his team, let's put this game away. And guys, you read in every newspaper in Wyoming, and when you talk to the coaches, there's a theme. They say, be patient with this team and this program. And guys, these fans are right here in it with this team. They've been on their feet all night. Plenty to be excited about.
Cassie, how has Josh Allen been on the sideline? We know he's been a leader out on the field, but on the sideline, how's he been?
The exact same thing. Such a leader, very vocal in everybody's faces, getting them amped up, very talkative. So how he's been playing on the sideline or on the field is translated onto the sideline.
Well, they say he is not short on intestinal fortitude. He has a chance now, if they have a successful drive here, to put a bit of distance between the Cowboys and the Huskies. 1st and 10. We begin the fourth quarter. Ryan Hill is corralled. He broke the first tackle. He's actually still on his feet. He does not go down easily.
Fill the ball carrier.
Junior from Belleville, Illinois. He entered the season needing 536 yards to tie Devin Moore for all-time #1 at Wyoming in rushing. Feel pretty confident he'll get there. 2nd and 7. Gentry in motion. Again, it's Hill, just fighting for yardage, right up the middle, going at the heart of Northern Illinois' defensive unit. That interior front that defensive coordinator Kevin Kane told us had to play well for them.
Yeah, they really wanted the inside to be more stout against the run and not get pushed around. And you know, I got to say, I think defensively they've done a pretty good job here tonight. It's really the mistakes and the extra chances they have given Wyoming because of the play in the secondary.
3rd and 4 from the 32. Allen. That's a first down. Brandon Mays defending.
You know that throw we've been hearing about? There it is. That's the one, and that's the one they need. Perfectly placed right as his receiver is coming out of his break. He doesn't step into it, but you see the velocity and the speed at which he gets that ball out there.
A sophomore, James Price, with the catch, a 13-yard pickup. Brandon Mays appears shaken up a bit, winded. He's on the sidelines being tended to now by some of the training staff for Northern Illinois. Meanwhile, back on the field, Wyoming with a 1st and 10 at its own 45-yard line, leading 27-20 in a season opener for both teams here in Laramie, Wyoming at War Memorial Stadium.
Now, I say you go play action and get the backup to Brandon Mays. See if you can get him to bite up and get one over the top.
They keep it on the ground. Once again, it's Hill, who really takes prisoners with him as he moves.
I'm telling you, you got Trayshawn Foster right here, a freshman. Brandon Mays comes out of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a shot going down the field and take advantage of somebody coming in off the bench.
91 yards rushing for Hill as he gets closer to the century mark, something he did quite a bit last year. 2nd and 5. Ball at midfield. Allen must have heard you. He's going up top. Intended for Gentry, but there is a flag down behind the line of scrimmage.
They went after the wrong safety.
Holding.
You wanted the back
offense, number 55.
You wanted the back.
It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still 2nd down.
You're going to take a shot down. Go play action. You got to make. Yeah, look, you can see it. Gavin Rush, the freshman, the left guard. Easy call right there.
Well, now that's interesting. Naomi Olutu just kind of reached out and escorted Gentry along.
They've got a problem back there in that secondary. They got lucky.
6 penalties for 65 yards for Wyoming. Allen looking downfield again. This one was nearly picked off by Shawan Lurie, who had 9 of them last year. A streak of 5 consecutive. He goes down on one knee, back up, limping a bit.
He got away with one right here. I mean, this isn't going to happen very often where Lurie comes out of his break, has one bounce off his chest. Dwayne, I love beating dead horses.
Okay. beat
So
away.
you have a chance. You have number 40, not 19, number 49, and you choose to go with the All-American corner who's squatting all over your wide receiver.
And now that All-America corner is gingerly leaving the field. He doesn't seem happy. So Wyoming now with 11:57 remaining has a 3rd and 15 at its own 40-yard line. Shawan Lurie is off the field. Allen will slide. Now, was that a late hit? The Wyoming fans obviously want that.
You know, I'd have to see it again, but it looked like to me that Renard Shurin was looking to avoid contact, and he wasn't really trying to hit Allen.
Remember this year, one of the new rules is a player can slide.
Yeah, he's not forcibly trying to make contact right there. I don't think that's a good no call.
It brings on Ethan Wood to punt away. Lurie's back out there. Bounces out of bounds just inside the 30-yard line. And that's where Northern Illinois will take over, trailing by 7 with 11:12 remaining here in Laramie, Wyoming. Can Drew Hare get the Huskies going again?
Making and breaking some of the biggest stories in sports history. We Need to Talk, Tuesday at 8 on CBS Sports Network.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
It's time to do what you love at Guitar Center's Labor Day Savings Event. With select Martin acoustic strings, buy one pack and get one for a penny, or 20% off all Williams digital pianos. Summer may end, but your music doesn't have to. Guitar Center's Labor Day Savings Event, in-store and online.
For fast relief from sinus and allergy symptoms without drugs, get Navage.
This time of year, I get so stuffed up, but Navage flushes my sinuses so I can breathe again.
Navage uses gentle suction to remove allergens, germs, and pollutants. It's the only nasal irrigator with suction.
My doctor recommends Navage to breathe better through my nose, and it works. Congestion's gone, and I feel great.
And Navage is so much easier than a neti pot.
To breathe better without drugs and a 30-day risk-free trial, go to Navage.com now.
Sir, they're coming. Build now. Higher! Perfect. Seems that the enemy has hit a bit of a wall.
Mobile Strike. Download and play now, free from the App Store.
You're watching CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
Our Chick-fil-A fan cam. Now let's check it out. Fans' reaction. They're flying up in Wyoming here in Laramie tonight. Season opener. Cowboys giving them something to cheer about. This was the Gold Rush night. Everyone encouraged to wear gold. First 5,000 fans got T-shirts. Did you get yours, Adam?
I did.
I think Cassie got hers. I saw her in hers. 11:12 remaining in regulation. Wyoming leading at 27-20. We're watching college football on CBS Sports Network. Northern Illinois of the MAC visiting Wyoming of the Mountain West. First time these two have ever met. Just the third time Wyoming has ever even played a team from the state of Illinois. Drew Hare, back from that Achilles injury, had a super first half. First down. It's Galladay on that jet sweep again. He breaks a couple of tackles before Andrew Wigard tracks him down.
Another big physical run by Galladay, but you know, I got to tell you, outside of Galladay here, you had a big pass to Christian Blake. Galladay certainly was the man of the hour here in the first half. But outside of those two, he and Blake, there hasn't been any other offense here by the Huskies.
2nd and 7. One-handed grab by Galladay for the first down. He turned his body around, reached back, and made the grab.
That really was a good display of body control for Galladay to come around and get that catch. Good concentration, getting upfield. I'm all for feeding your big play wide receiver, but again, somebody else on the offense has to be able to step up and make plays. They cannot just rely on number 19.
That was a 9-yard pickup. Northern Illinois speeding up the tempo. 2nd and 7. Hare looking long, and he overthrows his intended receiver, who was Galladay. Cassie.
Guys, quick update on Brandon Mays. For the first time since he left the field, he is now up on his feet, walking around. Guys, he's cramping up pretty bad since he left. Both trainers have been working on both calves, trying to rub it out, forcing him to drink Gatorade. They gave him some electrolyte packets, just trying to work it out right now, guys.
Well, we are at 7,220 feet, and that's not what the Huskies are accustomed to. 3rd and 7. Here, time to throw. Throwing into coverage. That was an interesting throw. Rico Gafford was there along with Wingard.
Good job on the offensive line, picking up the extra pressure that was sent by the Cowboys defense. That should ensure some one-on-one coverage, but the junior college transfer, Rico Gafford, the guy they brought over to play man-to-man coverage specifically, right there, not fooled, in perfect position, and they forced the Huskies to punt yet again.
So once again, we'll see Jake Ambrose kicking it away to Austin Conway. Conway catches it. He does not believe in a fair catch, does he? He's got some room to run. Conway still on his feet. Austin Conway. Unfortunately, there's a flag on the field. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But boy, Austin Conway, a former basketball player. Wow. 5'10", 172 pounds.
There are 2 fouls on the intercepting team, or the return team. Illegal block in the back, number 27, the return team. That penalty is declined. Illegal block in the back, number 2 of the return team. That penalty will be accepted. It's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
So that's Davion Freeman and Robert Priester. So once again, Craig Bowles looking at
media
a great
timeout.
Return negated. Remember DJ Mays' return.
Yeah.
Well, the Cowboys still have an opportunity. We'll step aside for a moment. 7-point lead for Bowles' team.
A well-put-together man is said to be sharp. At GMC, we get why people appreciate that kind of precision. After all, precision is the kind of sharp that slices through a crowd. This is the precision of professional grade. This Labor Day, step up to GMC and get 20% below MSRP on a 2016 Sierra 1500 Crew Cab, or pay no interest for 72 months on all 2016 Yukons.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
This week on the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series, the defending Pro 4 champion Kyle LeDuc is on a rampage, steadily inching closer and closer to points leader Carl Rennesetter. Will LeDuc be able to pull off the miracle comeback of the year in Pro Buggy? Although both Garrett George and Mike Valentine had terrible results in round 8, they are still first and second in the class. It happens here at the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series, tomorrow on CBS Sports Network.
Messrs. Freeman and Priester discussing infractions they incurred just a few moments ago, negated a great return by Austin Conway. But Wyoming does have the ball, starting deep in its own territory at the 10-yard line. Craig Bohl's team leading 27-20, 9:27 remaining here in Laramie. 7 penalties for 75 yards for Wyoming. Long setback was Hill. He gets the call. Really doesn't get anywhere. He's chased out of bounds by Lurie. Might have even lost a yard on the run. Lurie is not feeling right, but he's still out there. Are we talking cramps?
Yeah, tough to say. But he's had a heck of a football game tonight. He was tested a couple times, surprised. He had a chance for 2 more interceptions here tonight.
This was earlier in the half. We saw him coming off the field, and you could tell he was uncomfortable. 2nd and 10. Hill again, not much there. There's Lurie evincing discomfort. Yep. That's a cramp, don't you think? Dr. Archuleta?
I hope so. That's what I feel like in the middle of the night sometimes when my hammy goes out on me.
Oh, he's going to watch from the sidelines for this play. 3rd and 10. So far, Wyoming's run the hill twice, gotten nowhere. Officials momentarily stopped play.
Northern
Timeout is
Illinois.
called
That is their first time out of the
by
half.
Northern Illinois. Their first timeout of the second half. Rod Curry, we mentioned he's in his 4th year, and the team was 8-6 last year. Played in that 6th straight MAC championship game, but yet it didn't feel like a Northern Illinois season.
No, well, it's because of what happened at the end of the season in the quarterback situation and not having a good showing in that MAC championship game and playing your 5th quarterback in the bowl game against Boise State. So, I mean, look, it's hard enough to win games, but when you're down to your 5th guy, that's going to have a big bearing on how good your football team is. There's no question about it. That's why he said, you know, the key to their success is going to be, you know, the health of their football team.
Carey. He's got quite a record. Played at Indiana, 1993 grad, played center. Matter of fact, he said when Hare was injured, he thought he could relate to Hare because when he was in Indiana as an offensive lineman, he went out. And I don't know if Hare really got the connection. 3rd and 10. That's Hill out of the backfield. Not enough for the first down. Jamal Payton was there defensively. They call him Pops Payton, number 33. Now back to punt. Ethan Wood, 41.8 yards average last season. He had 12 of 50 yards or better. His longest was 67 yards against Eastern Michigan. I imagine he'd like to get one now. Lurie is backpedaling. He feels it at the 35 and just gets down to the 36 where he was tackled quickly by DJ May, who's had a pretty good game on special teams.
Special teams, you've seen him very active on defense. A lot of open field, one-on-one tackles, showing off that great speed and athletic ability that he has.
Does Rod Curry's Northern Illinois squad have enough left in the tank?
It's a golden opportunity to discover the power of the human hand, the ability of a Lexus master craftsman to turn an ordinary experience into an extraordinary one. For a limited time, get some of the best offers of the year on our most refined vehicles at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Get up to $5,000 customer cash on select 2016 models. End September 5th. See your Lexus dealer.
Home Advisor is a very easy way to find a home contractor, and for me, it's the only way.
Home Advisor is a totally free service that instantly connects you with top-rated pros you can trust for any type of home project.
It's the simplest service I've ever used. And I was able to just click a button and find someone. They do the dirty work for you. They do background checks.
They have reviews right there so that you can see what kind of work they've done in the past.
I think everyone should use Home Advisor.
And Home Advisor is always free to use. Go to homeadvisor.com now.
Amazing sleep stays with you all day and all night. Sleep Number beds adjust on both sides for your best sleep ever. Don't miss the biggest sale of the year. Right now, save 50% on the Labor Day limited edition bed plus 36-month financing. Hurry, ends Monday. No better sleep, only to Sleep Number store.
Daddy, can I play now?
I love you too, baby.
We get your passion. Visit a local Phillips 66, proud sponsor of the Mountain West Conference.
27-20 Wyoming leads Northern Illinois. On that last punt return, was Shawan Lurie actually down?
Doesn't look like it from that angle.
It appears that DJ May provided support, and Lurie's knee never actually touched the ground. Kenny Galladay has had a big night so far. 1st and 10 for he and his Husky teammates at the 36-yard line. Trailing by 7, 7:26 remaining in the fourth here in Laramie, Wyoming. Hare. Once again, going to Galladay. Cassie.
Guys, we knew the altitude was something we might have to keep an eye on, and NIU right now seems a little gassed, a little lethargic after that last return. Shawan Lurie came off the field, kept saying, I can't breathe, and then also Kenny Galladay was over here while he was on the bench, hooked up to an oxygen tank and oxygen mask, guys.
Wow, Cassie, we wondered if that elevation might become a factor. Flags are flying on the field as Hare runs, but Adam, when you have to play in an environment that you're simply not accustomed to like this with the elevation, what does it do to you?
Yeah, you know, it's hard. You know, a couple times I played in Denver, and to me, I didn't really feel it, but I guess it just depends on
personal
the person
foul.
or the
Chop
circumstances.
block.
I think certainly
offense, number 64 and number 73. That's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still second down.
Chop block was called on Luke Shively.
Right there. Huge emphasis on this block.
So now it's 2nd and 16 for Northern Illinois. Frankly, the wind seems to have gone out of its offensive sails.
Yeah, I think Cassie hit it right on the head. They do look lethargic.
That's Buono, whose name we have not called nearly as much as we thought that we would. Logan Wilson on the stop. They're revving up the motors here. 5. 5 of 14 conversions for Wyoming, 5 of 13 for Northern Illinois. And Drew Hare does not get the first down. He is quickly met by Wingard, who hits pretty hard for a guy coming up from that safety position.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast and how many times we've seen him coming from free safety and making tackles up and close to the line of scrimmage. You would think that you'd be able to take advantage of the aggressive nature of these Wyoming safeties, but so far in this game, they failed to do it.
4th and 3. Northern Illinois appears to be going for it. Ball on the 43-yard line, 5:39 remaining. The Huskies trail by 7 to Wyoming. Timeout called on the field by Rod Carey, their second timeout of the half. You know, it's interesting, Kessie talked about how gassed they looked, but we didn't think that would be the factor that apparently it has become in this fourth quarter.
Well, you know, sometimes, too, the first game of the season is kind of shocking.
This will be a 60-second timeout.
You haven't played for 8 or 9 months, and as hard as you practice, you still can't simulate that game experience. So there could be a factor of not only the altitude, but playing in that first game. And then, again, it seems to affect different players in different ways. But, you know, clearly it doesn't seem like a high-energy effort that the Huskies are putting forth right here in the second half.
Well, this team lost this program lost its last 3 games of the season last year. They do not want the program to extend it into a 4th game by starting this season with a loss. Next week they're at South Florida. I'll be there at that game. And it's Rod Carey has some things to figure out. That just, again, we talked about Joel Buonio, but friends, think about this. This guy was a Doak Walker and Maxwell watch list guy. 6 100-yard games last year, 18 touchdowns, over 1,200 yards rushing, and we have barely called his name. He's number 28. So here it is, 4th down and 3. Northern Illinois with the ball, trailing by 7.
Got a lot of space right here to work Galladay one-on-one.
Hare to the air, has Buonio out of the backfield, but that's might not be enough for the first down. It's close.
I don't think he got it.
They don't get there. How about the Wyoming Cowboys defensive unit?
Well, we mentioned one team being lethargic, but I think it's clearly evident here tonight when I watch this defense, the speed and the energy at which they have played has been a tremendous upgrade from where it was last season. There has been no drop-off in speed. That was a great effort by the freshman Logan Wilson, who was out of position and with sure effort and intent was able to drop Buonio before he got to the first down marker.
So now Wyoming takes over at the 45-yard line of Northern Illinois, leading by 7. And Brian Hill gets the call around the right side. Let's revisit that 4th down play. Loses his shoe.
Good thing he didn't have to step into it.
Sure, he's on the phone, chatting with offensive coordinator Mike Yoromovich. Hill with that last carry. He now is at 90 yards on 25 carries. 2nd and 12. It's Hill again, running in and through defenders. This time it was Trayshawn Foster.
I like that. Not if
not if you're the defender.
Look, I'm a DB enthusiast, but I still like that. You know, there's one thing we haven't talked about tonight that was a major question, and something I certainly want to know was, would Brian Hill lose his mojo with cutting off the dreadlocks coming into this season? I thought there's no way he'll be the same guy, but clearly I was mistaken.
Well, there's a little story behind that. As the ball goes down on the ground, Josh Allen recovers it. Now, Kevin Grandison, number 91, the defensive end, who's been so active this year, says he was the first to cut his dreadlocks. And that Brian Hill saw how handsome he was. That's why he cut his. And that's just a botched snap.
Yeah, they get lucky right here. Because, I mean, you're only up by 7 points. I mean, you cannot make these mistakes and give the Huskies a chance to get back in this and have a chance to go down and score. You must take care of the football. That could have been a catastrophic mistake by the offense.
Ethan Wood standing near the 40-yard line to punt. Whistle on the field.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Is that simply getting more space?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
You see Woody's a senior from Colorado
Correction.
Springs.
The penalty is declined. 4th down.
So the penalty was declined. So the game of chess between Carey and Bowl.
You got to find out if the other head coach is paying attention.
Is that check? Whistles on the field again. Rod Carey, his team picked to finish 3rd in the Western Division of the MAC. Western Michigan, which beat Northwestern today at Northwestern, picked to finish 1st. That punt will settle right around the 13-yard line. And that is where Northern Illinois may take over. There's a flag down near the 50-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of Kevin Hassel this evening.
Holding. Offense, number 99. That 10-yard penalty will be added to the return. 1st down. Media timeout.
27-20. Little over 3 remaining here in Wyoming.
I'm Doug Gottlieb. I'm getting to it. They will come. If you can't respect that, your perspective's whack. Now you're gonna go draft another quarterback? I don't love that one. But there's nothing like a good gooey grilled cheese sandwich. That's living. Wait, look over here, look over here. Okay, now I got all 4 games right on.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas Fuel Treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system. Pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
There's no one road out there. No one surface. No one speed. No one way of driving on each and every road. But there is one car that can conquer them all. The Mercedes-Benz C-Class. 5 driving modes let you customize the steering, shift points, and suspension to fit the mood you're in and the road you're on. The 2016 C-Class, starting at $38,950. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Away. Away is the smell of victory. And the smell of burgers. Away is always having home field advantage, even when you're miles away from home. Find your away. For a dealer in the RV that's right for you, visit GoRVing.com.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Chick-fil-A. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. By Vistaprint, everything to market your business. And by Phillips 66, proud to be here.
Back in Laramie, it is getting into the wee hours of the morning, as Frank Sinatra put it once, musically. 27-20, Wyoming leading. Rod Carey on your right, Craig Bowl on your left, the head coaches for Northern Illinois and Wyoming respectively. Northern Illinois with the ball, 3:12 remaining in the fourth. 1st and 10. Drew Hare goes down. Carl Granderson.
Well, a really good job again. You see the stunting up front for the Wyoming Cowboys on defense.
Hare this time completes a pass, gets it all back, and that's a 1st down. DJ May defending, but Shane Wyman, the tight end, came up with a 22-yard catch.
A big catch. Again, very surprised that we haven't seen more of the middle of the field being attacked by the tight end in Argaris Turner.
Ball now at the 35-yard line. It was deflected. Chase Appleby got his hands on it.
The high motor nose guard, Chase Appleby, the senior, wrapping around, times the jump perfectly.
2nd and 10 for Northern Illinois. Time is a major factor. Crowd getting into it. Hare looking for Galladay. Going stride for him defensively was Rico Gafford.
Big size mismatch. They're trying to go at Gafford, who I think has had an exceptional game here tonight, who stands about 5'11", and why not? You have to find out if he has what it takes to cover Galladay down the field, but excellent position and really nowhere for Hare to throw the ball.
Hare so far 17 of 28 for 246 yards. 3rd and 10. Miscommunication, Christian Blake.
That really hurts, because you know it's almost an obvious four down territory situation, trying to throw the middle screen to set them up with a 4th and short, and to not even convert it or complete that pass puts them very tough spot here on 4th and 10 for the ball game.
Hare, time to throw, flushed out of the pocket, drops it off. That's Buonio.
Big effort right there from Buonio. That was so close.
Just enough for the 1st down to keep the drive and the game hopes of Northern Illinois alive.
Huge 4th down conversion.
Clock is running, up tempo, completion to Blake. 8-yard pickup. Northern Illinois now into Wyoming territory. Hare finds Galladay across the middle. Gafford is there with him, but not before the 6'5" senior makes the catch.
Yeah, again, attacking the inside in between the hashes, and really time right now, to me, not that big of an issue. You've got a timeout, 1:30 left. You're inside the 40-yard line. You should have plenty of time to run your offense and try and score.
11-yard pickup sets up 1st down for Northern Illinois at Wyoming's 36-yard line. Hare underneath, he connects. That's Blake. He has room to run and gets out of bounds. Another 1st down. As well as Wyoming's defensive unit has played, Northern Illinois appears over the last couple of plays to have figured something out.
Sure, and that fourth down, I mean, really, that's what it comes down to. The fourth down scramble by Hare and dumping it off to his running back and converting, because before that, they had nothing going. But right now, Cowboys really struggling to make a play.
First and 10 from the 19. This late night, early morning crowd on its feet. Hare has a man wide open. That's 6 points. The tight end, Shane Wyman, 19-yard strike. Offensive coordinator Mike Yurimovich told us that they would get Wyman into the game, that he had been doing really well developing, and he would be featured at some point.
Yep. Really, that is perfect timing. Perfect timing on this play call. Sneaking Wyman across the formation on a throwback, and he completely gets dropped in coverage.
Extra point up and good from Christian Hagan. And once again, we are tied here in Laramie, 27-27, 1:13 remaining when Craig Bowles' offensive unit takes the field.
Boy, that was a great job. You see Wyman right here. He's going to delay, and as the action goes this way, he's just going to slip out and get lost. Delays the block. He gets dropped by the linebacker that's in coverage. Couldn't think of a better time to pull that one out of the playbook.
10 plays, 77 yards. It took 1 minute, 59 seconds. And we are tied. Wyman, 6'4", 225-pound redshirt junior from Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. I'm not going to say the word overtime. So you did not hear that.
You got to go back to that 4th and 10.
Yes.
I mean, the chances of that, under pressure, improvising, dumping the ball off, and the effort for Buono to get that first down. I mean, that was an amazing 4th down conversion that even gave them a chance to march right down the field.
Christian Hagan is set to kick off. There seems to be some question as to whether or not a timeout was called. Craig Bowl, his 3rd year here, went 43-2 over his last 3 years at North Dakota State, including those 3 national titles. He told us that the program is going in the right direction, but obviously you need wins to demonstrate that to the fan base and to others. DJ May is a dangerous return man. Number 7. He's had a pretty good night. May out of his own end zone. Stumbles, falls forward to about the 18-yard line. Coming up next, join us in the studio as our panel of experts brings you up to speed on everything you need to know on this opening Saturday around the nation. Inside College Football, coming up next only on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Here are some of the interesting stories. Alabama rolls, but Clemson has a battle against Auburn, and the Richmond Spiders beat Bronco Mendenhall in his debut as Virginia's head coach in Charlottesville. And the Horned Frogs have to outrun South Dakota State, 59-41. Score is tied. Josh Allen Pumps. Gets his man open and has Tanner Gentry. He fights over the 40-yard line before he's wrestled out of bounds.
That's a big-time throw right there by Josh Allen. I thought they would have tried to maybe play it conservative there because of their field position on that first play, but he zipped that ball across the field.
24-yard pickup on that play. Looking for Gentry again. And if it gets down to that, be mindful that there is a freshman kicker named Cooper Roth on the sidelines for Wyoming.
You know, I'm interested to see exactly where in his mind Craig Bowl thinks is the spot that they need to get to before they attempt a field goal.
Allen rolling right. He's going to keep it, trying to get out of bounds, and he does. But there is a flag back down near the 35-yard line.
Holding, offense, number 59. 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
Holding on Ryan Cummings, the right tackle.
Yeah, I think it's another quasi takedown technique that was fairly evident that it was a hold. You see right there, number 59, Cummings. He wraps the outside shoulder, spins him around. That's an easy call.
Cummings, a junior from Littleton, Colorado. One of the larger players on the team at 6'6", 319. That cost them 10. It's 2nd and 20. Ball at the 31-yard line. 44 seconds remaining in regulation. Tanner Gentry makes the grab. But it seems though Anthony Brooks kept him in bounds.
Yeah, another nice zip though from Josh Allen. Getting that ball, that was tight coverage by Brooks. I mean, tip your hat both to Allen and Gentry for coming down with it.
It's across the middle to Hollister, the tight end, who battles his way close to the first down against Sean Folliard. There is the freshman, Cooper Roth. His longest in high school last year was 55 yards, if you're wondering. Flags down before the play could start. "20 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. We are in Laramie, Wyoming, nestled between the Laramie Range and the Snowy Range. Beautiful country. Craig Bowl and Rod Carey engaged in late game chess matches.
Full start. Offense, number 59. That's a 5-yard penalty. It'll remain first down.
That's 10 penalties.
That penalty
for
carries a
100
10-second
yards.
runoff. However, Wyoming has chosen to take its second timeout. This will be a 60-second timeout.
So Craig Bowl takes his second timeout. Ryan Cummings, once again, at successive plays, that he makes a mistake.
Yeah, and that's takes the timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff, because anytime you get inside a minute and you have an offensive penalty, certainly he wants the extra 10 seconds rather than the extra timeout.
And that, of course, stems from the bowl game between Tennessee and North Carolina a few years ago, a number of years ago. Bowl's Cowboys have been picked to finish 6th, which is last in the Mountain Division, which is where they finished last year. Boise State picked to finish 1st. San Diego State picked to finish 1st in the West. You surprised Boise State wasn't ranked in the preseason? They got votes, but they did not make the preseason top 25. The Broncos. Here we go. Allen steps up, will run. He slides close to the first down. Depends upon where it is marked.
That's going to make it interesting. I'll tell you what, man.
That's Bobby Jones, the fourth, rolling around on the ground for Northern Illinois. Remember, Cassie told us earlier that a number of the Northern Illinois players were complaining about not being able to breathe properly. We are 7,220 feet above sea level here at War Memorial Stadium. And if you're not accustomed to this, and
Please put 11 seconds on the game clock. 11 seconds, please.
He appears to be okay. They're putting 11 seconds back in the game clock.
Yeah, you can see he runs into the free safety, Trayshawn Foster. In one of those cases, a friendly fire hits him right there in the gut. But
11 seconds remaining, 2nd and 1. We're tied at 27. Ball at the 39-yard line of Northern Illinois. Josh Allen, the gunslinger for Wyoming, with the ball. That was caught by Jake Malhart. And there are now 6 seconds remaining.
Well, that is too much cushion on the outside by the backup cornerback. He doesn't even get into the frame before Malhart comes out of his break.
That's Mayomi Alutu.
That is way too easy. Right there on the near hash into the boundary. That's too easy for Josh Allen to make that throw.
Ball at the 29, 6 seconds remaining. Allen appeared to try to hit a knee, but he couldn't quite get down. Trying to get to the middle of the field. And now we will see the freshman Cooper
Wyoming. This is their third and final timeout of the half.
He was
It's a
playing
30-second timeout.
for Longmont High School in Colorado. Wyoming takes his third and final timeout of regulation. Yeah, he was 71% on field goals last year in high school. His longest, as we noted, was 55 yards. This is a 48-yard attempt for the win when we get back to play. Adam, you'll appreciate this. He's only 5'11", 170. He was also a defensive back in high school. Had 12 breakups, 44 tackles.
Rod Carey gonna ice him?
Wouldn't you call it?
Yeah, why not?
And there it is.
I don't know if that even means anything.
Here's a freshman, Cooper Roth, for the win. Did he get the... Ball wants it to count, but was the timeout called in time?
Prior to the snap.
I heard the whistle before the snap.
Timeout. Northern Illinois. That is their third and final.
That was close. Rod Carey played that
60-second timeout.
awfully close.
Well, let's listen.
Would the game clock operator please...
I am not certain on that one.
My ears are on a 5-second delay. Okay, that's just that's pretty. As our wonderful producer Bruce Clark would say, that's kind of shaky right there, Dwayne.
Well, this would be the longest of his college career, which is just under 4 quarters old. 48-yard attempt for the win. He misses to the right. So we'll end regulation tied at 27.
Well, we got to find out and see exactly if Rod Carey got the timeout down in time.
Well, we're headed to overtime now.
Wow. So icing the kicker does work. See, I was about to say it doesn't work.
Let's look and listen one more time.
Right, so the one thing that we don't see is when the timeout was actually called. We heard the whistle, but if Rod Carey actually called the timeout before the ball was snapped, then they're going to grant him that. So we got to give them the benefit of the doubt that we can't go on the whistle, and we didn't actually see the timeout signal being given.
Well, apparently it was good enough for the officiating crew. Last overtime game here. October 18, 2014 versus San Jose State, a loss 27-20. NIU playing in the 2012 MAC championship game versus Kent State, won in double overtime. So there's Cooper Roth, number 40, the freshman. Time to think about it. Imagine Coach Bowl is still trying to argue whether or not Rod Carey got that timeout called in time enough. Our overtime rules: the ball starts at the opponent's 25-yard line. You keep possession until scoring or failing to make a first down. The teams must have an equal number of possessions. Teams must attempt 2-point conversions after touchdowns starting in the third overtime. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network. Along with Adam Archuleta, Cassie McKinney, our entire CBS Sports Network crew, I'm Dwayne Ballin, and we are into the wee hours of the morning here in Laramie, tied at 27. It's been a back and forth affair. Of a couple of quarterbacks who were injured. Drew Hare, with his back to you, number 12 for Northern Illinois, had a very strong first half. Josh Allen, number 17 for Wyoming, has kind of lived up to that gunslinger mentality. Some of the plays he's attempted. Now we're ready for the coin toss. Our referee, Kevin Hassel. Doesn't appear as though Kevin's microphone was working, but we'll be back with overtime. Wyoming, Pistol Pete, and the guys are tied with Northern Illinois at 27.
When you're busy running your own business, marketing can fall last on the list. You know what you need, and Vistaprint makes it easy to get it. Looking to connect? 500 business cards start at just $9.99. Need to share important info? 500 postcards start at just $35.99. Or do you want a standout space? Banners start at just $9.59, and they're all absolutely guaranteed. So go to Vistaprint.com by September 18th and enter promo code TVDEAL and get what you need.
Under the roof of a home or business, damage can happen. When it does, turn to the specialists who put help in the palm of your hand. The Ready App and emergency response plans from 1-800-SERVPRO, like it never even happened.
Welcome back to War Memorial Stadium, Jonah Field here in Laramie, Wyoming. The beginning of overtime. Wyoming won the toss, has elected to go on defense to begin. Craig Bowl looking to start the season 1-0, as is Rod Carey. This game has gone back and forth. Rod Carey said he wanted to get things back in order after that 8-6 season of a year ago. So Drew Hare in Northern Illinois, their first play of overtime. Galladay in motion. There's that jet sweep again, and Galladay dives for the pylon. He did not get there. Wow, they have burned Wyoming on that very play all night.
That's pretty unbelievable. Let's see what happens at the end. It looked like maybe his foot hit out about the 4-yard line.
Andrew Wigard wasn't going to let him get in.
Wow, what a first play.
Second down. Hare looking to throw it. Huck had it momentarily, but could not hang on to it. Marcus Epps was there defensively.
Incomplete, second down.
Epps, number 6 for Wyoming, a walk-on who has now become a captain.
It's pretty rare. Walk-on freshman last year, earned a scholarship after last season, and became a captain as a sophomore. Shows you what kind of respect he's earned.
Flags on the play.
Illegal snap. Offense, number 64. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's Luke Shively. Number 64, Luke Shively, center. Well, he did move the ball slightly. We're in overtime. It's Galladay again, who's become Northern Illinois' most.
Sure has. We knew that it was going to be a big challenge outside for the cornerbacks for the Cowboys, but he has earned a living running this jet sweep. A big-time tackle right there. Big shot by the fantastic safety, Andrew Wingard, to bring him to the ground, but that has been by far their best play offensively today, getting the ball to Galladay on that little jet sweep.
3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. We're in overtime. He lost the ball.
That's incredible.
It's recovered by Wyoming.
That is unreal.
It looks like Logan Wilson, the redshirt freshman from Casper, came up with the loose ball.
It looked like a good snap. Couldn't exactly see what happened when the ball hit Hare in the hands, but the snap itself looked clean from Shively.
The ruling on the field.
It didn't look like anything crazy happened right there.
The defense. The previous play is under further review.
They are reviewing the play right now. I don't think there's any doubt that it's a fumble. Logan Wilson coming out with a huge play.
It looked, clearly they're trying to see if they could see if there was a, officially who was on the recovery. It looked as if Hare tried to get out a little bit too early.
Hare's left hand is on the ball, but Wilson comes in under him.
Yeah, you can see that Wilson has more of his body. He uses his body and his shoulder to kind of shield Hare away from it. And I don't think there's anything on the replay that's definitive that can overturn it or in any way give it. Look, there's a great look right here. That ball hits Hare right in the hands. And then he just pulls out without securing the ball. That is an unbelievable turn of events. Big mistake by the senior quarterback.
Play is under review. Here you see Hare get his left hand on the ball, but as Adam, you noted, Wilson comes in low and hard, and he's a linebacker, and Hare is a quarterback. And basic physics tells me that Wilson's going to win that.
Yeah, Hare got there first, but by no way was the ball secured before Wilson got there.
Kevin Fassel with the call.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. There's a fumble recovered by the defense.
So the ruling stands, not confirmed. There is that differential. So Wyoming now has the opportunity to have the ball last and earn the win.
You still, I mean, not to say anything, but you still have a fairly unproven kicker.
But you have number 5 in that backfield, Brian Hill.
Oh, that guy.
A record-setting running back.
Here's what you can't do if you're Wyoming. You can't afford a mistake. You can't afford a holding call. You can't afford a false start. That's happened too often for this offense that have put them in a bad position. Right now, that's the worst thing that can happen to you, is making a mistake and going backwards to start this drive.
Play action, rolling right is Allen, looking for the end zone. He was trying to connect with Gentry.
Intended for Gentry.
Second down.
They've had a little success in moving Allen outside the pocket and throwing on the run. Gentry, he wins the route. He gets position. And he can't.
Second down. Hill trying to get around the corner. Is lassoed outside and out of bounds by Trayshawn Foster.
So right now, what are you looking at? About a 37, maybe 38-yard field goal?
You keep thinking about that, freshman.
Hey, I'm telling you.
There he is, number 40. Hill, by the way, 27 rushers, 99 yards. It is 3rd and 6. We are in overtime. Northern Illinois could not score on its possession. Allen, once again, looking for Gentry. He didn't get him.
Oh, that's kind of an interesting play sequence.
Well, now on to try a 38-yarder. He missed a 48-yarder earlier.
What do you think? Come on.
Of course he's going to ice him. Of course he is. 37
No
yards.
way. You can't. It doesn't work when you do it twice in one game, does it? I don't know.
Last year this time, Cooper Roth was playing at Longmont High School in Colorado. Yeah. And again, his longest in high school was 55 yards.
Well, he's got the legs.
So in theory, this is a chip shot, right?
Should be.
So what's going through his young head right now?
You know what? I don't know what's going through his head, but he has a chance here He certainly has the talent, certainly has the leg for it. Just line it up, kick it, win the game. I think it's that easy, right?
It sounds really easy from up here. So here we are, Cooper Roth, the freshman, 37 yards away from giving Wyoming a season-opening win. It's up. And once again, he misses. This one to the left. And we're headed to a second overtime here in Laramie.
Well, there you have it.
Here's a look at it.
From that angle, that looks like a hard kick.
Roth knew when he kicked it. He knew it when it left his foot. Well, let's do it again, shall we?
Oh, man. I mean, it's been a pretty amazing turn of events here.
Here's Rod Carey of Northern Illinois' reaction.
I mean, just think about how the end of this game has gone with the made kick and the ice in the kicker, then the missed kick, and then the big play from Galladay, the reverse on the jet sweep to get inside the 4-yard line, then the fumble by Drew Hare. I mean, it's been pretty unbelievable, 10 minutes.
Well, we've had another game in overtime.
They might want to experiment with this time slot. What do you think, the 10:30 time slot?
We promise unpredictability and excitement. So now to start the second overtime, Wyoming with the ball at the 25-yard line. Tied at 27 here in Laramie. Brian Hill. That run puts him over 100 yards rushing for the game.
I got to tell you, the last maybe 4 or 5 series from Wyoming has not been good. So I don't know if it's the Cowboys struggling or if it's just the defense finally not making mistakes and just playing tough. But it's been kind of there hasn't been a very good flow here in the second half of the fourth quarter for the Cowboys offensively.
2nd and 8 from the 23. Jake Mulhart picks up a first down and positions Wyoming once again for a score.
Just a really good job of hitting Mulhart as he comes out of his break. Shawan Lurie has a chance to tackle him right there. Boy, a great hustle play by the linebacker, Renard Shurin, to come over there and come from his linebacker spot to get him out of bounds.
An 18-yard pickup. The ball now at the 5-yard line. That's Hollister, the tight end, in motion. It's Hill again, right side. He's in the end zone. So Wyoming strikes first in the second overtime.
Ryan Cummings, the right tackle. Jacob Hollister, the tight end. Just absolutely won their blocks over there on the right side. Nobody there to attempt to tackle Brian Hill as he gets in the end zone.
And the freshman Cooper Roth nails the point after.
Just look at that right side of the offensive line. You even get the freshman Gavin Rush, who pulls over from his left guard spot, but there is just nobody home right there. Jamal Payton has the outside leverage, but it just looks like that defense is gassed.
Brian Hill continues to add to his legend here in Laramie. Carries, 107 yards, and a couple of touchdowns for number 5. Now it's Drew Hare's turn. Trailing by 7. That's Guanyo up the middle, stopped by DJ May, who's had an outstanding game.
Yeah, he sure has. He's done it on special teams. He's been all over the place here on defense.
Second down. May rolling out of the pocket and throws it away. Is this Kenny Galladay time?
I think you have no choice. He's really, I mean, quite honestly, the only guy who's done anything for you in this game. And if you go through your second overtime where you have to score, otherwise you lose the game, and he doesn't touch the ball in this series, well, I think that's a big mistake.
He's matched up with Rico Gafford. Hare looking at Galladay. He had to reach down to get it, but he did make the catch. And that's a first down.
What a catch. What a catch that was, man. I mean, that ball is inches from hitting the ground. Look at that. That's pretty unbelievable. I mean, that's a clutch play for the big wide receiver.
16-yard pickup.
Timeout, Wyoming. It's their first timeout.
Wyoming takes a timeout. Craig Bowl, I'm certain, wanted to encourage the officials to review the play.
Well, I think, too, you know, he might want just his defense to regroup. Right now, you got a chance. You know, clearly this was a catch. Unbelievable
Boy,
catch.
that was a heck of a catch.
It really was.
He used his ankles. What did you tell me that acquaintance of yours, an NFL scout, knew you were doing a Northern Illinois game? He asked you what?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I ran into a friend of mine. I was doing an NFL game last year, longtime personnel man. And I just mentioned that I was doing a Northern Illinois game earlier in the season. The first thing he says, his eyes light up, big smile on his face, said, "Hey, what do you think of that Galladay kid? He's pretty good, right?"
So he certainly has the attention
of the people at the next level.
Galladay is just an amazing story when you think about it, the way he has developed. When he started playing college football, he was 5'11", 170 pounds. And they didn't recruit him. They knew about him. He was from the Chicago area, but he didn't think he was big enough. He went off to North Dakota. And then when he was ready to return, he had grown to 6'5", 200-plus pounds. And Rod Carey said, "Let me help you get here."
That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. How do you grow that much?
It's Guanyo pulling his way towards the end zone. Joel Guanyo, who's had a relatively quiet night.
Sure has, but
and Northern Illinois has just punched it over for a touchdown. Hare on the keeper.
The ruling on the field is the runner broke the plane of the goal line for a touchdown. The previous play is under further review.
They're going to take a look to see if Hare did indeed score. He's in.
Yeah,
that's a touchdown. Not quite sure what the question is, because the upper torso of his body was well into the end zone when he went down. You would think this would be a relatively quick decision.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Touchdown.
It's confirmed, as opposed to stands. So on comes Christian Hagan to tie it, to try to tie it. And we're headed to a third overtime here in Laramie.
You know, Dwayne,
tied at 34.
I have always wanted to see a Laramie sunrise. Always.
Well, partner, we're pretty close. I mean, and you can see it ascend over the mountain range.
Oh, man.
So Craig Bowl has the backing of some tired but loyal Cowboys fans. And be mindful, in the third overtime, when a touchdown is scored, if it is scored, you must attempt a two-point conversion.
What's the over-under on overtime, Dwayne? What do you got?
Oh, boy.
What do you got?
Oh, God.
Say 7.
Oh, my goodness. The fans, after this long rain delay, the fans are getting their money's worth.
It turned out to be a beautiful night.
Yep. Tonight's attendance was over 18,000. Not sure how many are still here. Yeah, it was hour 46 rain delay and lightning. And here we are. Nearly 2:30 local time here in Laramie, a.m. And we're still playing football. And it's a pretty interesting game.
A fascinating game.
Northern Illinois. Ball at the 25-yard line to begin the third overtime. Drew Hare, the quarterback, who just scored in the second overtime to help force the tie. That ball is tough. And it was nearly intercepted.
Wow.
Sean Antonio Hull nearly picked it off.
That's Carl Granderson, who was able to get his hands
the ruling on the field is an incomplete forward pass, second down.
Inside. And boy, that was so close for Antonio Hull.
Second down, Galladay in motion. And they kept it on the ground with Huff. Wouldn't want to be the loser in this one. Man. 3rd and 8. Keep your eye for number 19. He's in the slot at the top of your screen. Kenny Galladay. Here. Caught Galladay going across the middle. Galladay had a good night. He's having a decent morning. Fourth down.
We got field goal time here.
And on comes Christian Hagan. First team All-MAC 38-yard attempt. Missed a 53-yarder. This is well within his range. No good.
You knew that was going to happen.
It wasn't touched. It was just And kickers know. Tough one for the junior from Omaha. He was the MAC Distinguished Scholar Athlete last year. All conference and all academic. So now Wyoming with the opportunity to close it out. Brian Hill right up the middle. Powers his way up to the 20-yard line.
So remember, in the first overtime, the Cowboys in the same position here, just needing a score to win the game because of the turnover, and they chose to attack the end zone on a couple pass plays when we thought they were going to run Brian Hill. So I think this is the better option of just trying to power it in there, keep that ball in the middle of the hash marks.
Hill trying to add to his 112-yard total. That's his 31st carry. You know, if it works. 7-yard pickup for number 5.
Yeah, tough inside. The offensive line, got to tell you, got to tip your hat. Think they've done a really nice job tonight against, you know, this defense isn't a slouch. This defense, they know how to play. They're a physical group.
Ball on the 13-yard line. And it appears that Brent Vagan, the offensive coordinator, has communicated with you through telepathy or something, because he's running Brian Hill.
I think we've seen the extent of their play selection for the remainder of this one.
Vagan up in the booth. Hollister, one of the players in motion. Once again, Brian Hill, right side. Just churning and moving and taking bodies with him.
Hill stop on 33, Peyton.
Jamal Payton with the tackle. Those Huskies are gassed.
Yeah, and they played a tough game, I tell you. You know, they made mistakes, some pass interference, some defensive holding. But by and large, especially here in the second half, I thought this defense has played tough.
Hill now has 125 yards rushing on 33 carries. And this time it's Josh Allen running around looking for somewhere to go. He dances his way into the end zone. Touchdown! Wyoming wins! Fatigued Northern Illinois and Rod Carey walk off the field after Wyoming gives the fans something to celebrate in the wee hours of the morning here in Laramie. Their first overtime win since 2013 against Hawaii. And Josh Allen, good as advertised. Let's check in with Cassie.
Well, Coach, describe what you're feeling right now.
Well, it's hard to describe that. It was a great football game, and both teams played really hard. We're an improving football team, and I think we found a great quarterback.
Triple overtime. What does it say about your team when their backs are against the wall?
Well, there's a transition you go through, learning how to compete, and then the next step, learning how to win. And so this is a great win for our program.
And you say you have a great quarterback. What did you see in him tonight?
Well, a competitive nature. He makes plays. He only played 13 plays last game, and maybe it's an overstatement, but that was a great play right there.
You have told these fans to stay patient after last year. How does this win set the tone?
Well, I think it sends a message that we're making great progress here with Cowboy football.
Coach, congratulations.
We'll take another look at that play, Cassie. It was quite a run by Josh Allen. It appeared as though he didn't have anywhere to go, but intuition took over, didn't it, Adam?
Well, you know, everybody knew that the game was going to end this way, right? You saw the improvisation skills. You thought he was maybe going to hit the sideline, but then he says, hey, wait a minute. I'm going to cut back inside. I'm going to go out there and make something happen and go out there and win this game. So a terrific way to cap off this game for Josh Allen. This turned out to be a heck of a ball game.
And he just slides in, displaying that gunslinger mentality. And as for his teammates, this is what they were playing for and working for in fall camp. Wyoming wins it. Once again, our final score is 40-34. So long from Laramie, Wyoming, for Cassie McKinney and Adam Archuleta. I'm Dwayne Ballen. Wyoming in triple overtime on CBS Sports Network. See ya.
Welcome to the most exciting 30 minutes of your weekend. It's Inside College Football. Brent Stover and the big tight end, former All-American at Colorado, two-time Super Bowl champ in New England. It's Christian Fourier. 4 ranked versus ranked matchups on tap for the season's opening weekend, including the defending national champs, Alabama, taking on